Good luck.
All right, Storm on the left, that would be Eric T, as usual. And on the right, we have making their 90s MTG return, Dave Kaplan on Eldrazi. Bagtag Cell, thank you for the resub, 14 months. Sharpie says pre-modern stream. When? It's not looking likely. It's not looking likely.
Have fun, bro. It's always an honor.
It's not looking good, folks.
Ready?
All right, both players have kept 7. We are ready to go. Cracking a polluted Delta. And we are on the edges of our seats. This is going to be exciting. All right, it'll be a Bayou to start the game for Eric. Eric is one of our local Storm mages. Get paired against Eric, you can be pretty sure we are going to see the Storm mechanic, which is, as far as I know, very high on the Storm scale. Here's Dark Ritual. And there's that tracker that Eric pulls out. And once that thing comes out, I feel like I'm doomed most of the time. All right, so grabbing some dice. Dark Ritual, Storm is 1. Let's see how this turn goes. 3 black mana floating now. Dark Ritual has resolved. Not sure if Eric knows what Dave is playing. But here's the Thoughtseize, and it reveals the whole thing. Oh, this is actually going to be really hard. I don't remember all the names of these new Eldrazi. I see Chalice of the Void. I see Thought Not Seer. I see Eldrazi Temple. I see Wasteland, and 2 of the new ones. One is, let's see if I get these texts up on the screen. I'm going to do that while they're looking.
Get a Spirit, and then get a pass.
You can play it, yes. Yep. Yes. Yeah, it can make mana, it just can't. As long as you play, you can't.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I found all 3. It was It That Heralds the End. It was Eldrazi Linebreaker and Glaring Flesh Raker. Yeah, these names I don't have memorized just yet. Roland just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Roland. And we have just completed our subs goal of 360. Thank you, Roland. Really appreciate that. 205 now on the channel for Roland. Number 3 on our leaderboard all time. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, thank you. So still thinking about this Thoughtseize. Hype Train level 2 achieved.
Dark Ritual. Black float. Just use 2
With 2 mana floating, I'll cast it.
They'll push
All right, we have a new sub goal down the bottom right of your screen. Thank you, everyone that got us to the last one. All right, so Thought Not Seer is selected. That makes some sense. It attacks the hand. Here's another Dark Ritual, different art. And Storm is 3. A 4 black mana indicated.
Play out a Mishra's Bauble.
Mishra's Bauble, Storm is 4. Mox Opal, Storm is 5. Not sure Kaplan could do much to disrupt right now. Here's Beseech the Mirror. Storm is 6.
Or this year. Sure.
Sacking the Mox Opal, no Metalcraft. Makes sense.
Yeah, when you
Here's another Beseech the Mirror. We're going to sack Mishra's Bauble to bargain. Here's Empty the Warrens. Okay. Okay.
Probably is good.
What's your copy size?
That's a lot of goblins. I believe we're going to see 16 goblins here. There they are, 16 goblins. So good luck to you, says Eric. We got 16 goblins on the board. I don't imagine there's any way Dave wins this game, but we're moving on. Eldrazi Temple, it that heralds the end. Chalice on 0, pass the turn.
0.
I'm gonna make 4 mana.
Okay, an attack for 16. We're going to block 1, take 15. It that heralds the end will survive combat. The goblin will not. And that is the end of the game. Eric takes game 1. The Storm Mechanic, everybody. The Storm Mechanic. It might be worse than stickers.
Activate step, draw card.
Yep. This is a 2-1.
That's a 2-1.
Right?
It is.
Richard and Pizza asking the right questions. Where is Storm on the attractions scale? Yeah, I know. They don't know what they're doing when they design these trading cards that we play with, you know?
Exile target mono
They put text on some trading cards, and sometimes it pisses me off, you know?
Same name.
Sometimes the trading cards aren't even tournament legal. Can you believe it?
On bottom. Go.
I opened a booster pack the other day, and there was like instructions for a sub game. I'm like, I can't use this in a tournament. What is this? I threw it out.
Combat. Endurance is good. Target.
For anyone new here, part of the show is about how Magic players are clearly insane. All right, 2 cards, 3 cards? Wait a minute, what's going on here? 1 card went on the bottom for Eric. I see 2 dice indicating 6 and 6, so I think Kaplan is also keeping 6. Nope, going to 5. All right, so a mulligan to 6 for Eric, and Dave is going down to 5. Harry Houdini has resubbed 24 months for Harry. A huge achievement. Harry says, declaring, I did it. You did it. Congratulations, Harry. Wow.
Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right.
Hype train complete at level 4. Thank you for the subs, everybody.
That is fine.
Audrey with a great suggestion. I think we should do away with mulligans and just get playable hands on 7 always. You know what, Audrey? You might be looking for a commander. You
have grace.
Harry says that I miss anything. No, Harry, you just missed the first game of the stream.
Some interesting interaction.
Did I miss anything? All right, 2 cards go on the bottom for Dave. We are ready to go. Dave will be on the play. Multi 5 for Dave. Multi 6 for Eric. Action-packed stuff. Chalice on 0. That'll be pretty useful. Eldrazi Temple. Eldrazi Mimic. Card we haven't seen on stream in a long time.
So remind me of the he's a 2-1. When I play a colorless creature, he can.
Okay, they're explaining the text, so I guess I'll just get the text up on the screen. Oh, thank you, Audrey. Audrey was 1 step ahead of us. Sometimes I forget that all these Magic players don't have all the Eldrazi text memorized from Oath of the Gatewatch, which is a real shame. Come on, Eric.
I'll take 3, 2, 3.
Where was Eric during Eldrazi Winter? Does anybody know? Was he on vacation? All right, here's an Ancient Tomb. Thought-Knot's here. There's the big one, folks. Eldrazi Mimic will become a copy, or copy its power toughness, I should say.
Yeah. When it enters play, opponent reveals their hand. I choose a non-land card.
Oh, dear God.
And when he leaves play, you draw a card.
All right, confirmed Eric was on vacation during Eldrazi Winter, I guess. So Thought-Knot Seer has resolved. Basic Swamp, Mishra's Bauble, Infernal Tutor, Cabal Ritual, and Abrupt Decay.
Yes, excellent.
I'll leave it face up.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Roland, Hype Train Conductor, says this is like 2016 Legacy all over again. Pad says, if you didn't survive Eldrazi Winter, you shouldn't be allowed to complain about grief. You know what? That might be the best take we've had in chat in a long time.
No.
So Abrupt Decay is thrown into the trash. It would have been a great way to remove that chalice. Now we're going to see Eric fetch. Are we going to surveil? Okay, I didn't see which land that was, but it looks like a surveil land. Eric's arm's covering it up right now.
Again, I'm going to proceed to the top of the deck.
I believe that's Underground Mortuary, the black-green land. I can't really tell, though. It's like in a weird dark spot. Okay, the card was left on top for Zavell and drawing for turn. So we know most of the hand. There's a basic Swamp available, Infernal Tutor, Cabal Ritual, double Mishra's Bauble. One is a retro frame, one not. And an unknown card that was left on top with Surveil. So Eric liked what was on top of the deck, so this isn't over yet. There's a Eldrazi Mimic that has gone back to its usual size, Thought-Knot Seer, so some big attacks, but the game is far from over yet. All right, it that heralds the end.
It's like a lord.
Yep.
Also makes a 7 caster +1. I'll have Mimic. Gain his power.
Your deck?
It's interesting.
I'm just trying to figure out this interaction. I think it would become a 2/2 and then 3/3, right? This is a static ability.
I mean, it's a 2 power regardless, right? So even if you don't use the thing, it'll be this.
Right. I'm just curious
If it just gains power and toughness, there's no way that it could. I mean, I guess you're increasing its toughness, yeah. In the case that it matters, but for all damage dealing purposes, I think it's
I'm just wondering if this static ability goes on top of the copy part.
I'm not even sure what they're wondering right here. So Eldrazi Mimic will be getting +1/+1 from it that heralds the end. And that is a static ability. And then Eldrazi Mimic has an ability that it copies another entering colorless creature's power and toughness. And it that heralds the end doesn't pump itself, so it's 3 power.
that this is giving +1 is still.
It's not like a humility with layers or anything. Yeah. So I'll talk for 7.
7. I'll take it. Down to 8.
So they said an attack for 7, but it would have been an attack for 8, right? I don't know. The point is, Eric is 1 turn away from getting clocked here by Eldrazi and knocked out of this game too. So Mishra's Bauble gets countered. Couldn't sneak that in. Mishra's Bauble also countered. Storm counter going up. Eric can fight through a Chalice on 0 potentially. Here's Dark Ritual, 3 black mana. There's the tracker.
I'm gonna spend one of my floating black mana to cast another Dark Ritual.
Okay, another Dark Ritual. So up to 5 floating black mana. Cabal Ritual is available. No threshold yet. And then an Infernal Tutor Hellbent will be the following, I assume.
Let's go. Infernal Tutor, Storm 6.
Okay, Storm is 6, 4 black mana floating. What are we looking for? No red mana available for Empty the Warren, so that's off the table for this game, it seems.
60 more permanents and 12 more cards.
Storm is 6.
Oh, this was actually a 5/5. It was 5 and 3 is 8. Right?
5 and 3 is 8. Yeah, you can correct that. Did I overdo or underdo that damage?
I think it was 15 minus 8 is 7.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay, so the life totals were corrected. I was right about the 8 damage coming in. It's unlikely to matter too much if we're being honest. We're at a point in this game where this is probably Eric's final turn. So let's see what Eric finds with Infernal Tutor. What would be the best find here? I mean, I guess Beseech the Mirror stuff can happen. Roland's saying ill-gotten gains? Not sure how ill-gotten gains. I guess we just have to wait and see. I mean, Beseech the Mirror, I imagine, can chain into another Empty the Warrens again. Oh, but we don't have artifacts to sack again. Okay, well, that's a scoop. Never mind.
Go.
All right, we are going on to Game 3. Eric will be on the play. As you can probably tell, these games will be somewhat fast. Not being able to have a Chalice on 0 on the board before your Storm opponent's first turn, not ideal for Kaplan. Let's see how this goes. There's also the possibility of cards like Mind Break Trap to watch out for. I don't know that that's in Kaplan's board, but it could be. It's possible. Okay, a mulligan to 6, it turns out, for Eric.
Probably not gonna cut it.
All right, waiting for Eric to resolve this mulligan now. Being on the play helps a lot. The Eldrazi decks can drop some prison pieces on the board that really disrupt, like Chalice we saw in Game 2. Okay, looks like we've decided on a mull to 6. We are finally ready. Bloodstained Mire gets cracked. Thoughtseize. All right. Well, this will check if the coast is clear for us. There's here are some of the cards I was just talking about. Mindbreak Trap. What? Okay, we're flipping them around. Reality Smasher, Thought Not Seer, Graft Digger's Cage, Eldrazi Mimic, Mindbreak Trap, and a pretty good one, Thorn of Amethyst.
In response, also response. I'll sack
Mind Break Trap is a nasty one. Trying to win through a thorn is no easy feat, but I imagine Mind Break Trap has to get knocked out here. I don't know how you beat Mind Break Trap. Okay, going for the thorn. I guess if Eric has another discard spell, it could. All right, Lion's Eye Diamond, pass the turn.
If you're casting it, it's gonna be bringing it full turn.
Eventually, this Mind Break Trap will just have to be dealt with, I imagine.
So the extra turn trigger.
Eye of Ugin, Eldrazi Mimic, a nice start. That was a good draw.
He's also exile X-Men from your yard.
Let's see what the follow-up is here for Eric. The clock will be fast. These Eldrazi hit pretty hard. The Thought-Knots here will likely be the play on the next turn with Mind Break Trap still in hand. Urza's Saga, okay. Okay. That could be a way to beat Mind Break Trap potentially, but there's going to be a lot of Eldrazi. I don't know if that Urza's Saga will be fast enough to save Eric here. As far as pumping out constructs and equipping with Pip-Boy 3000, right? Everybody's doing that, right? Nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. What's Pip-Boy? Is that from Unfinity? Underscore, thank you for the resub, 3 months. All right, Thought-Knots here, only cost 2 mana. Thanks for the Eye of Ugin. Veil of Summer, Infernal Tutor, and Cabal Ritual.
Infernal Tutor, Cabal Ritual, Veil.
It is. Oh, it is? Creature instant land, Planeswalker,
Infernal Tutor.
Okay, it makes sense to take Infernal Tutor. Attacking for 4. So it's possible. Don't have the mana for it right now, but it's possible Reality Smasher will hit next turn and the attack will be a lot. Potentially lethal. I mean, Eric can make a blocker, but doesn't have a second land and would have to discard the hand. This is looking bad for Eric, if we're being honest.
Touch like that? Touch like that.
Sounds like people are laughing in the background. Is there something funny going on right now? Last time I checked, this was a serious Magic tournament happening. I don't understand what's so funny. All right, so 1 card in hand. Cabal Ritual, Veil of Summer, other known card. 3 total. What do we have? Vexing Bauble. Okay. That could help Eric beat Mind Break Trap, but I think Eric's a goner. If Reality Smasher can be cast.
Untap. Trigger or go to 18.
If Eric gets another turn, great. It doesn't look like Reality Smash. Oh, all right. Secluded Courtyard. That is the game.
First turn? Oh, great. Reclaimer, sack Flagstone, 35 stones.
You can search.
2 floating. Line Breaker is reduced by 2, so it's a colorless and a red. So I have 1 colorless floating.
Okay, actually going for Line Breaker instead. Playing a Grafdigger's Cage. Okay. That's not the card. It's an Eldrazi Line Breaker. I didn't think it was likely there's another Line Breaker in existence, but there is. All right, big attack.
Actually, I guess I can make a. Sure, I'll make a. G. I'll do it. There's no one. If I'm cracked.
Okay, the cracking of LED to make a construct is a game-losing play anyway. All right, so Dave gets that one. GG's. Eldrazi gets it. Eldrazi, everybody. I don't know. I might be forgetting, but I really do not remember asking for more Eldrazi in my format. And if anybody could help me with that, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, scary stuff. Scary stuff. Okay. We're going to set up another poll for the Twitch chat. _ thank you for the resub. 3 months, and it looks like 6 months in advance? Possibly? These alerts need to be more clear. Audrey, thank you either way. Audrey says, I'll review all the live streams and Discord messages. Be right back. All right, thank you, Audrey. Yeah, get on that. All right, let's set up another poll for the chat. Which match next? Options will be Cloudpost versus Mono Black Control, or Eldrazi versus Lands, or Maverick versus Reanimator, or Blue-Black Tempo of some kind versus Jeskai Control, or Mono Black Aggro versus Grixis Delver. 2 minutes. Get your votes in. B said, played MH3 Draft a couple of days ago. Somehow all my opponents played Eldrazi. Didn't win a single game, by the way. You know what? Maybe if you had every card from the Assassin's Creed set memorized, you wouldn't have that problem. So think about that. So there's a poll now happening in the chat. Discord up on your screen. We also have a Patreon for those of you that want to take this relationship a step further and join the family of 90s MTG officially. We do have a Patreon. Yeah. All right, poll is happening. Bloomborough is happening. I am super ready for this set. Very cool looking set. Harry says, I'm afraid of commitment. That's okay, Harry. That's okay. Harry with a 100 gift sub badge. Harry can really say whatever they want. And nobody can do anything about it. All right, votes are still coming in. People are trying to rig this poll, it seems. We'll keep an eye on it. How's everybody feeling about Bloomborough? Is anybody excited? Because legacy players don't get very excited very easily. The opposite of excited, very easy. Excited, not easy. Not easy. Worth pointing out. Harry says this is the first time I'm seeing it. Harry, you gotta keep up. You gotta keep up. Memorize every card. Day says some cool cards for my cube. That's the right mentality right there. All right, Eldrazi versus Lands is up next. Buff contributed 2,000 channel points. Thank you, Buff. Let's do it. This should be interesting. We haven't had Lands versus Legacy versus Eldrazi on a long time on 90s MTG. Let's do it. All right, Dave Kaplan back on the right side of your screen with Eldrazi, and joining us on the left, also making their return to 90s MTG, we have Lands. That would be Shane. And looks like some mulligans are happening. Mayor of Pendrell Vale is Shane in the chat. Cow Panda, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Watching some Tabletop Legacy right now. Cow Panda says, sick playmat to the left. All right. There we have it. We got one sick playmat.
Intense, obviously.
As most of you are aware, Eldrazi have returned to Legacy. It's a hot deck right now. There are a couple of versions of the deck. There's some flux happening right now where the metagame is trying to figure out how to respond to Eldrazi, what cards are even going to be in the Eldrazi deck when it's quote-unquote stock, and it's all happening. It's all very exciting and interesting. Mayor of Pendrell Vale, thank you for the resub. 12 months. Best year of my life, says Mayor. Thank you, Mayor of Pendrell Vale. It's been a big year for Mayor. Big year. Okay, one card on the bottom for Dave. We are ready to go.
Lush Portico.
Lush Portico, Surveil, and we are going to Surveil. Surveil, everybody. Link for Shane Sleeves in the chat.
Leave that on top.
Bowmaster results start. Ping it.
All right, as we saw on the previous round of today's stream, those of you watching this later on YouTube might not have seen it yet, but the Eldrazi deck is capable of some really fast, disruptive, and interesting starts to the game. There's exploration. Shane is not playing around.
Before Dan.
There's a Yavimaya. Urza's Saga. Are we going to allow a mana? You can respond to Urza's Saga entering by wasting it, and it will never be able to produce a mana, but we are past that point. It gets its chapter counter, and we are passing the turn. Wasteland hanging back on defense. And maybe, if we're looking for the real reason here, Dave needs the mana. So here's Eldrazi Mimic. Secluded Courtyard was the second land drop.
The turn.
Only power and toughness.
Only power toughness. Okay.
This will be the turn tap. Since I don't have it,
Drop.
so now.
Trigger 2.
Okay, so Urza Saga will tick up. Curious to see what the follow-up will be here for Dave. That's being staged in Dark Depths. Uh-oh. With Wasteland tapped down, it looks like we're going to make a Marrow Age.
Yep.
Which deck is the aggro deck exactly? There's a 2020. Eye of Ugin, okay.
Untap trigger for Bitter Blossom.
Battle Mage with the blue kicker.
Okay, let's do it. So here is, let me get the name right, Wastscape Battle Mage. And this is not over. We're going to bounce Marit Lage. Trying to get the text up on the screen. New card from MH3, paying homage to the Battle Mages of Invasion block. Very cool card. And an important kicker ability, being able to bounce a creature for 1 and a blue. Remove Marit Lage from the board. I love it.
Move to combat.
And Eldrazi Mimic got in an attack with Urza Saga now ticking up to 3. Shane trying to figure out what to do with it. Yeah, the Wastscape Battle Mage is becoming more and more of a critical part of the Legacy Eldrazi decks here in summer 2024. From talking to some of my friends that have been playing Eldrazi decks and seeing some results come in of tournaments around the world, the Eldrazi list is still very up in the air in some ways, and Wastscape becoming more and more a part of the what people consider the stock version, I think I would say. It was in the sideboards in the beginning. All right, here's Lava Spur Boots. Floating a mana with Saga. No land drops yet. Lava Spur can be scary.
Cast loam.
Life from the Loam. Okay. Return Thespian Stage in Dark Depths. Don't have enough mana to equip with Lava Spur boots. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, play Dark Depths and Thespian Stage. Dark Depths can tap for a green, so we could make a Merit Lage again. Okay, crop rotation, sacking Lush Portico. What are we looking for? Could be Tabernacle. There's a chance for Wasteland. Unlikely, but there's an option of Maze of Ith sometimes. Unlikely for this current situation, I think. Ancient Tomb. Okay.
I'm gonna copy, make a Merit Lage, and attempt to equip the Obstacle.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I totally forgot about the option of Ancient Tomb. So we're going to make a Merit Lage and equip it with Lava Spur boots and attack here. It looks like Shane's plan. I didn't even consider that possibility. But that is the game. Attacking with Merit Lage for the kill, equipped with Lava Spur boots. Game 1 goes to Shane.
I respond.
I'll give this.
I was thinking more defense, but crop rotation for Ancient Tomb was the right play, I would say.
I'll attempt to get rid of the lands.
Yeah, Audrey putting it perfectly. The lands player is always so tricky. 90s MTG shirt advantage. I think so. I think so. You can't see it from the shot we have here, but Shane's t-shirt also has the bagel emote on the sleeve as well, which is huge. So Dave has kept 7, and it looks like Shane's going down to 6. Dave might be scared of Merit Lage now.
Really powerful things in Legacy, but it's fun to put creatures into play. Definitely. Maybe Chris's stream will like full right after I bounce your Merit Lage token.
Yeah, and then we'll just like cut out right there.
All right, the players are chatting about maybe after the Wastegate Battle Mage bounce Merit Lage, the stream would crash and come to an end. But we're still here. We're still here. We survived.
I didn't know what's happening. Yeah. 16 times, maybe.
I mean, Wastegate Battle Mage. I mean, for anybody out there who's still feeling like, I hate Modern Horizons. I mean, what a cool card. Come on.
I'll take one.
Draw card.
You can't step away during the stream, folks. You'll miss it. We need your undivided attention here at 90s MTG. 1 card on the bottom for Shane. We're ready to go. City of Traders, Thorn. Okay.
Deal with it.
Deal with this bullshit.
Yeah, actually.
Bullshit. No.
Thorn of Amethyst. Yeah. Well, let's see how this goes.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting game.
All right, Wasteland passed the turn. Chose not to knock out City of Traders. Let's see what the follow-up is here for Dave.
Do I crack these now? Because there's like lines of play of like Mystic Sanctuary, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's been a while. I'm good at this battle.
What am I going to do with these? Who even knows?
Okay, here's Thought Not Seer off an Eldrazi Temple. And it's likely we're going to get a look at Shane's hand, I guess.
He leaves playing.
I love the All Saga opener.
All right, lots of Eldrazi text reminders on today's stream. Crop rotation, expiration, life from the loam, Boseiju, who endures, Thespian Stage, and Dark Depths. So it looked like that Thorn of Amethyst did some work. Let's see what Thought-Knot takes here. Probably going to be Exploration, I imagine.
It shows. I didn't expect it to be when I built this to be this complex.
Yeah.
It's good. I like lots of complicated games.
Yeah.
Lines of play.
I
was like,
Okay, Exploration is selected. It will be in exile. It's gone.
maybe I shouldn't just attack with Bronze earlier. Be a Johnny for
Never mind.
So that's a pretty good start to the game 2 here for Dave. There are some draws that Shane could have that will be scary for sure. Another copy of Exploration, possibly. Wasteland firing it off on Eldrazi Temple is a play that's available, but I'm not sure if it's the right one. Life from Alone will cost 1 more. Gonna play Boseiju and pass.
Yeah, I can. You were like, keep the tutor, keep the rest in peace, and you have 2 points.
Yeah.
Crop rotation could get fired off at some point during this turn.
Eldrazi.
Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi. Okay, Eldrazi Mimic passed the turn. The plan could potentially be here to find Tabernacle, waste something, start to move things in that direction. I don't know if Dredging Loam will be too important in this game. All right, we're probably going to sack, but okay, sacking Wasteland.
Microsoft. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, it'll be Urza's Saga, it turns out. So Urza's Saga will enter its 2nd chapter on the draw step that's about to happen. This is end step of Dave's turn, so the chapters will be fasting forward, I guess.
I'll get
Thorn of Amethyst just affects non-creatures, so yeah. All right, Thespian stage, pass the turn. Reality Smasher here could be scary. We also saw that Eldrazi Line Breaker in the previous game deliver a knockout punch, so making a construct here to chump block could be relevant.
Snow covered, was it swamp out?
Okay, just going to attack with the Thought-Knots here. No creatures pre-combat, so Eldrazi Mimic will stay back. And a weaker attack than maybe what the deck is capable of. Secluded Courtyard, and looks like... Did Dave gesture to pass the turn? Maybe not. Okay, so we're still going. Secluded Courtyard in.
No, I'm not sure.
Holy shit. That's a really good game.
Okay, so correctly playing the right amount. Chalice on 1. That'll shut off cards like Crop Rotation, Exploration, Swords to Plowshares. You get the idea. Making a construct.
you leave it out? Yeah. And yeah, you can continue.
So Urza Saga about to tick up to its final chapter. Do we want to make another construct? The possibility of making a construct and finding an equipment. Okay, so we're not making a construct, so never mind. Just floating a mana. What are we looking for here? Sometimes you'll see Mox Diamond, sometimes you'll see an expedition map, sometimes you'll see an equipment like Shadow Spear. It's probably not going to be Dino DNA, you know.
Equals the number.
Okay, there's a Lava Spur Boots. That's one of the equipments that we can expect to see in these kind of decks. That and/or Shadow Spear. We saw how Marit Lage can be equipped with the Lava Spur Boots. Something to watch out for in this game. There's Dark Depths. There is a mana floating, so we could make a Marit Lage, but not enough to equip. Okay. Lava Spur is technically not equipped to anything, I don't think, here. It's, yeah. All right, that was a little unclear for a moment. Marit Lage and a 2/2 construct on defense. There's a City of Traders. Most likely we'll see an Eldrazi die in combat if attacks come in. What does Dave have? Okay, it will be Reality Smasher, so Eldrazi Mimic will copy its power and toughness, and we're attacking. There's no point in not attacking here, I would say. Anybody watching that was hoping for another Wastegate Battle Mage, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Marit Lage preparing to block. Makes a reasonable block.
Yes. I'm grabbing the last card.
Debating whether to throw this construct with a servo on its reverse side in front of an Eldrazi Mimic. That is the match. Marit Lage would be swinging for the kill on the following turn. Wastegate was on top of the library. Oh my goodness.
That's why I never look.
And that's why you never look. GG's. Wastegate Battle Mage couldn't get it that time. Well played. Lands, everybody. You want to beat Eldrazi, you got to play lands. Wow. Okay. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat, shall we? Which match next? Twitch chat will vote. The options will be Cloudpost versus Mono Black Control, or Five Color Beans versus Blue-Black Tempo of some kind, or Death and Taxes versus Cloudpost, or Grixis Delver versus Mono Black Aggro, or Blue-Black Tempo versus Bant Control. 2 minutes. Get your votes in. Oleg says, please ban me. Okay. I don't even know what that's about. We're going to think about it a little bit more at a later time. Okay, votes are coming in. Looks like a pretty even vote so far. People do try to rig these polls. Our Discord is up on your screen. We do have a Patreon. Whoops. Just misclicked. People are joining the Discord, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. People are getting magic cards in the mail. And artwork in the mail. If there's a big tournament firing, can I use this Sleeper Agent piece of artwork in the tournament? Is it tournament legal? Does anybody know? I don't know. All right, people are talking about Faithless Looting. People are getting cards in the mail. Psychic Frog and Tameo making their impact on Legacy. close poll. There's a close poll happening right now in the chat for which match we'll watch next. Make sure you get your vote in. It's a close one. Exciting stuff. Some alters. Grixis Delver versus Mono Black Aggro. Audrey contributed 1,600 channel points. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, one moment. Let me fix something. I accidentally closed a window that I need open. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, let's dive into another match. Grixis and Mono Black. Okay, diving in. On the left side of your screen, we have Grixis Delver. That would be Bill. And on the right, we have Mono Black. That would be Audrey.
The floor is not fine. 'Cause the floor is
Well,
not
that's
fine.
what I think too. The floor is removals.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah, but how many more removal spells do you need? Like,
I feel like every other card does something when it enters the battlefield or has a huge.
But that's why it's good, because you can play around Dorky.
Okay, looks like we're setting up life totals. There's the life totals. Thank you, Audrey. And looks like we're getting ready to go.
Crap, are you on? I'll keep it.
I need a land.
Okay, so Audrey has kept 7. Bill has taken a mulligan.
Seems like now it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say like, I think it should be fine.
If you've been watching our live streams recently or just playing a bunch of Legacy, you're aware that MH3 has made its impact. Seeing a lot of frogs, seeing a lot of Tamios, seeing a lot of Eldrazi we were talking about earlier. But there's a lot of cards that are kind of subtle, making their impact, and maybe not as many people focus on. One of them is Necro Dominance. I believe Necro Dominance is a card featured in Audrey's deck. I think Audrey has kept our Discord server updated with his lists over time. All right, one card on the bottom for Bill, and we're ready to go.
Close. Yep. Yep.
There's a Delthy Voidwalker on turn 1. Lotus Petal, Kraken Polluted Delta.
What land you getting? Swamp.
And a basic Swamp. Delthy Voidwalker is in.
Did I win?
No, you don't win.
Delthy Voidwalker, I think, one of my favorite Modern Horizons cards of all time. It's getting force pitching Murktide. Okay, so it's not in after all. Dragon's Ray's Channeler for Bill. And pass the turn.
Insulting me like that.
I know. Sure. Love you too. Yep. Trigger.
Marsh Flats gets correct. Stealthy Voidwalker number 2. So Delirium will be difficult to achieve, it seems.
Look at that waste.
Bill gets in an attack with the DRC. No Delirium.
Boy.
Psychic Frog. How are people feeling at this point? Is Psychic Frog the best card from MH3 for Legacy? Is it number 1? Is it the most powerful? Has it had the biggest impact? Does anybody care? Okay, Delthy Voidwalker will attack. Cycling Troll of Khazad-dûm. Scary.
I want to surveil land so bad.
You gonna play something? I got days. I got days.
Have a wasteland pass.
I got days.
I'll play the land.
All right, no further play. Just playing the land, passing the turn, it sounds like. Oleg says Vexing Bauble is the most influencer card for Legacy from MH3. Okay, that's a reasonable take. That's a reasonable take. Confection, thank you for the sub with Prime, 4 months. And says, I love Frog. All right, there you have it. Ready for Bloomburrow. Psychic Frog attacking, it looks like, and DRC attacking.
And, yep.
I'll bolt the
No effects.
Thalia.
Trigger. Yep.
Drawing a card off the Frog. Looks like it was another copy of Dragon's Rage Channeler. It is going to be difficult to achieve Delirium, which we spoke about. Don't the Voidwalker on the board.
Say go, I'll keep
I'll say
it
go.
off the bobble.
Just passing the turn.
Draw.
Since we're
Okay, another cycling of a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Basic Swamp. Soul Ring says Frog is love, Frog is life. Inspiring.
Twitch chat is like
I know, get a taste of what it used to be like.
harassed me all over.
You know
Four
when you-
cards?
4 cards. You know when you go home to like, go back to your hometown, you eat like, your favorite meal at your restaurant where you eat your mom's food.
I don't know what it is. I haven't gone home in so long.
Hey,
All right, players talking about life, I guess, during the match. That's not something I would do. All right, so Basic Swamp and Necro Dominance.
untap, draw. Ponder, surveil.
Necro Dominance, I think a lot of people found hard to evaluate how big its impact on Legacy was going to be. But I would say so far it fits in pretty nicely into this format. Confection says, will you be at the RC in DC in October or Vegas, Chris? No, I have no plans for either one. As of right now.
And that gives me Delirium, land, and
4 cards in hand for Bill.
I'll hit you for 6.
6 good, eh?
Say go.
Yeah, both now playing lands in front. Maybe doing it for a laugh, I guess. All right, Necro Dominance. It looked like paid 4 life. Exiling a Necro Dominance at end of turn by discarding the hand size.
Go to end step, so it's still on your end step.
Okay, before discarding the hand size, we're going to Unholy Heat the Voidwalker, Surveil.
And Holy Heat is good. That is exiled.
Let's see what's in here.
So surveil? Yep.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
Whatever gets surveilled will be exiled. Unholy Heat is also exiled. Necro Dominance is then discarded to hand size, but not under a void. What am I saying? The the Unholy Heat has a void counter on it, though the other cards do not, but they're just in exile. That was probably obvious, but Daze on Dark Ritual.
Frog in the graveyard. Day's good? Yep.
Psychic Frog surveilled into the yard.
Before damage,
Yes.
I'll discard Wasteland to Frog.
Yep. Take 5.
I don't think I have enough types yet.
You don't have enough times. Oh, no, yes. 1,
So
2,
3, yep. Draw.
Okay, so boosting the Frog in combat by discarding a Wasteland. Wasteland not too relevant right now. And an attack for 3. No Delirium yet. 3 types in the yard. At Necro Dominance last turn probably has Audrey still in a good position here. Nile Spellbomb past the turn, so maybe the Trolls of Khazad-dûm won't be reanimated. The life total is pretty low for Audrey to be starting to reanimate Trolls at this point. Bolt could knock out Audrey. Thinking about firing off that Spellbomb now? No. Okay. Leave it. Has a black mana open to use the Spellbomb's ability to draw a card. Bolars, thank you for the sub with Prime. 31 months. Appreciate that. This could be Audrey's last turn of the game if these creatures can't be removed.
Now spell I'm targeting you, sacrifice, trigger. I'll pay for the black target.
You have 2 triggers on the stack.
Right.
Target me.
Target you, yeah. Oh,
This
so
is on the stack. You have You have the exile and the draw, and then
Yeah.
Okay, so this will ping.
That resolves. Yep.
This pings you.
Ouch.
Okay, a Bowlmaster in response to both triggers from the Nile Spellbomb. Or both abilities, I should say. One of them is the exile ability targeting Audrey. One of them is the draw card. We are still going to draw a card. Ping Bill. Bill goes down to 11. Delirium is on now.
I'm dead anyway, but I'm gonna draw
Urion?
Sounds
4
good.
cards. It's something to do. 1, 2, 3, and moving to discard.
Okay, we are moving to discard. Discarding Averting Catacombs. Don't need that. Pass the turn.
Okay.
Audrey's at 4, so Lightning Bolt, scary card right now. I don't see one in hand for Bill.
Fetch. And I will discard Dragon Ray Chandler to the frog.
Sure.
Okay, discarding DRC to the frog. Gives the frog 3 power. Going to attack with both. Delirium is on.
I'll leave that.
1, 2,
I'll crack the bottle targeting you.
3.
Okay. Keeping Delirium on, giving Psychic Frog flying. And that'll be the game. Another discarded card will finish off Audrey, I guess.
I'm dead
I'm hearing
anyway.
skill issue.
Huh?
Never lucky.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I drew how many cards? Like yeah, sure. That's all.
Okay, Bill is up a game. Bill is up a game.
Huh? Who's good? I like. It's also like Cloudpost usually struggles so much with combo.
Post has no bad matchup.
All right, so we'll belong into 6, it looks like, for Bill, and Audrey has kept 7. Audrey will be on the play here for game 2. See how this goes.
Kind of dog, but I'll keep. I'll go.
Okay, 1 card on the bottom for Bill, and we're ready to go. Mull to 6.
It's not bad, sure.
Richard and Pizza says someone in the background just said Post has no bad matchup. I didn't hear that. That's funny, though. These Magic players don't know what they're talking about. Audrey says Necro has been slightly awkward, to be honest. Drawing the cards on end step makes a lot of your plays too slow. I'll try Ring next instead. Yeah, it can't hurt to try these new cards. All right, Dark Ritual into Barrow Goyf. Speaking of new cards.
Right, get a creature.
It feels like with each passing week, I'm seeing more and more Barrow Goyfs floating around. This card is pretty damn good.
It's an actual Tarmogoyf, not like this super dumbass.
I know. I know.
It's gonna take me a minute to shuffle.
Oh, like dumbass Nether boy. So you're trying to say, yeah. That card is pretty dumb.
Trigger. It'll flip.
Barrow Goyf seems to be the real deal for Legacy. From the Modern Horizons 3 Commander set.
Yeah, I played a Yorion deck once in Legacy and I hated it. I had small hands too.
Make your guy big.
I was a D&T player back in the day.
Okay, and a turn 1 Ponder for Bill, and the Barrow Goyf will grow. Barrow Goyf can get pretty big pretty quickly, and it's lifelink, and it's Death Touch, and it has a card advantage ability of some kind. Kind of a strange one.
So I will attack.
I'll take 3.
Go to 14.
Go ahead.
Shuffle? That's a sign of weakness.
Oh man, I'm so weak right now.
Yeah, this Ponder Shuffle is a sign of weakness, I would say. Drawing the card off the Ponder is in the trash, and we're passing the turn. So Barrow Goyf has 3 power currently. Wasteland, attack for 3. That was a pretty big Wasteland there. Milling 3 now, returning a Barrow Goyf to hand. The other 2 cards were Shieldred's Edict and Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual.
Yep. Drop.
Necro Dominance. Pastina has arrived in the chat with some beautiful badges.
Hospital. Sorry?
I'm going to discard. Embarrassment of Riches 1.
Yeah, probably discard a hand that I can't take.
Okay, I'll do the cards that I keep. 1, 2.
Okay, we're moving to discard step here after Necro Dominance's ability has resolved. Trying to decide what we keep and what we're throwing away. Thrown away into exile because of Necro Dominance. Troll of Khazad-dûm, Polluted Delta, Voidwalker. I believe that's a Raucous Theater and a second copy of Voidwalker. All right, a brainstorm for Bill. Maybe looking for some help off the top.
Okay, I'll take 3.
Oh, I have 100 cards. Do you agree with that?
No, but I heard the guy about Cloudpost. Got me excited.
I said that I drew too many cards.
Baragwave still has 3 power.
3 more.
Baragwave will attack. Trigger its ability. Swamp, swamp. And reanimate. No creatures that time.
End step trigger.
Yep.
I will draw.
Okay, moving to the end step. Aspiring Spike with a gigantic raid. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Aspiring Spike. Welcome, welcome. Watching some Tabletop Legacy from the LGS's Firing Paper Legacy here in the New York City area. Mono Black versus Grixis Delver is the current match. Grixis up a game. Hope we got some Legacy fans coming in or some future Legacy fans. Okay, so I don't believe Necro Dominance was used on end step that time. If it was, I missed it. Audrey's life total, I believe, stayed the same. I kind of missed that. All right, Mishra's Bauble, cracking a Polluted Delta. Audrey's in the chat, says I drew 3 cards. Okay, so I missed that. Audrey drew 3. Oh, because of the lifelink from Baragwave. That's right.
I would never.
Cast Dragon's Rage.
Thank you for the follows, everybody. We just got a wave of new followers. Appreciate that. Dragon's Ray's Channeler. Dragon's Ray's Channeler. Okay. Starting to fight back a bit. End step, Bowmaster. No Delirium, so these DRCs are vulnerable, but Mishra's Bauble can save it.
Okay, so I know your last card is Flicker Wisp, and I will signal as well.
Yep, that's good.
Okay, there is an Orc Army. It's a 1/1. Drawing a card off the bauble. Yeah, the Orc Army corrected. It is a 2/2. Because of the well, updated. It is a 2/2, not corrected. Because of the card drawn off bauble. We know Audrey still has a Baragwave in hand, I believe, right? So attacking with the Baragwave and the 2/2 Orc Army now. Yeah, the Baragwave should have gotten +1 power from the Mishra's Bauble going into the trash.
Block, you have a removal spell on this one.
Yeah, playing Bauble first, then the DRCs to protect them from exactly Bowmaster. Great play there by Bill, and good catch by JP in the chat.
I'll go in front of your token with this one.
I'm going to discard a Brainstorm.
Okay, so the token is getting blocked by a 3/3 DRC. And another Bowmaster. I guess we kind of could have seen that coming. Bowmaster will ping something, pinging Bill, and then trade with Dragon's Ray's Channeler. Baragwave will get in for 4 lifelink damage. I think we're forgetting about the Baragwave mill ability now. Or maybe we didn't get there yet. Nope, we're going to end step. Okay. Okay, so Audrey declined the Baragwave trigger on purpose. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess the mill's not great with the Necro Dominance, although, well, Anyway.
With the target on the stack.
Plague Engineer, Bowmasters. Yeah, the mill not good with Necro Dominance. Yeah, Chad is right. So 5 power now for Barrowgoyf after DRC goes to the yard.
Symbol what?
The one you were targeting.
I'm targeting the equipment.
Oh! Return another target. Oh!
It's like
Wow. I thought I was being sneaky. Yeah, that's
I'm
gonna
glad I'm playing this card.
Probably not. I mean, it's gonna. I guess it'll die.
Okay, Unholy Heat will go after the Barrowgoyf. Delirium is on.
Realize it could be. Yeah.
Barrowgoyf shot down finally. It goes into exile.
Yeah.
Force of Negation goes into the trash. Don't really need that, probably. Audrey's board is just double Bowmaster and a Necro Dominance, holding back a Wasteland.
Well, this is dead.
That is.
it's the perfect.
Draw. I'm gonna fuck myself.
Is this a Murktide? Oh no. We only had 1 mana available. So Delver comes down.
I guess.
Akalith has arrived. Yeah, 700 people. Wow.
I'll chump.
Take 3.
Metal?
Yep.
What are those?
You got it. Oh wow. What
Master?
Another Bowmaster. Ping the Delver. Delver dies.
Former, I guess.
I just read it for the first time when it was in my hand.
Unstep trigger Eldrazi.
I don't know. Maybe it's good. Seems.
Okay, drawing 2 off Necro Dominance and end step. Pass the turn.
Yeah, being able to dodge the bolt on the flicker.
DRC has Delirium, so it, as of right now, has to attack. Bill is at 4, 3 Bowmasters and a 1/1 Orc Army on Audrey's side. An Unholy Heat killed the Barrowgoyf. I think that was the last turn.
I mean, then you could have just gotten a
I was
soft.
gonna get it. I think it's mana 3 or less.
Oh yeah, wow, that block was disastrous.
Here it is, folks. Murktide.
Yeah, and the dog. Other
Is Murktide still on the watch list? Does anybody know? Could someone update us on the watch list?
Really embarrassing.
Can't keep track.
Definitely a mark against playing this deck.
Fatal push on end step, removing the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Murktide had shut off Delirium, so it can block. But now just a lonely Murktide on the other side.
Do something.
Okay, sounds good.
Upkeep.
Play.
You got it.
Draw, skip. Combat? 4.
Okay, swinging for 4, giving an opportunity for Murktide to block. And I guess shut off this Polluted Delta.
So we block a Bowmasters.
Okay, Bowmaster is blocked. Bill down to a scary 1 life. A 4th Bowmaster could end the game, but Audrey can't be that lucky, right? Polluted Delta shut off effectively. Murktide is 7/7, unable to, as of right now, deliver a lethal hit, but Murktide plus Bolt is a thing.
Pretty much quit Magic before the companion became a thing, so I never had to deal with this.
Not enough instant sorceries in the yard for Murktide number 2 to grow this one large enough.
5 seconds.
People of the chat very much focus on positioning of cards on the board at the moment.
Out in front of a stone cold killer.
How also?
I mean, the card's just down, not even in hand. Like he's playing poker.
Noble Master.
Alright, I know what I have. I'm
2 aces, baby. Just soul reading Audrey.
Absolutely.
Just 2 ancestral recalls. Wait.
Now we split a sleeve.
Boy, bet.
Looks like we're thinking about Necro Dominance right now.
And stuff.
Triggers also.
Okay, gonna draw 2. One of them was Shieldred's Edict, which is pretty damn good right now. Did you fire it off now? I think it was Shieldred's Edict. That appears to be the plan.
Oh, brutal.
Had to go into it.
No, yeah, well, I was gonna suggest you to draw into it, but no, I haven't. So
The Bolt was in hand. And it looks like Bill is scooping it up here for game 2. Moving on to game 3.
I guess like playing scared is not the way.
So at least 3 or 4 times. If it dies from politics or whatever, it's like 2.
-1.
Yeah, right.
As long as it doesn't die.
The store we're currently watching right now, the event we're watching right now is at Bifrost Games in Manhattan, here in New York City. So it looks like Bill has kept 7. Unsure what Audrey is up to. All right, a Multa 6 for Audrey, and we're ready to go. Volcanic Island pass.
No creature.
Multa 6 for Audrey.
Pass.
All right, the players appear to be having fun. Wasteland and a brainstorm in response. And maybe Bill will find another land or has another land. We'll find out soon. It looks like there are double wastelands in hand, but no blue lands. I could barely see the hand. If so, this could be a disaster. Okay, flicking the volcanic island away. Wasteland pass.
Oh man, combat. Swing with Tamio, make a 3rd clue.
Dude, you're gonna love this.
Now it's done. Yes.
Okay, no colored mana for Bill. End step cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm.
2nd main.
I only get uses.
Brainstorm.
Double DRC.
Bill might be in big trouble.
I don't know DRC. That's not
This is gonna be pretty badly.
I'm in some trouble though.
You got another wasteland. I'm just gonna
You're
assume.
about to be more.
It's gonna.
What's trouble?
That one
Spell
wasteland
double.
was devastating.
My turn.
Yep.
I'll pick up with her and I'll say go.
Bowmaster. All right, Bowmaster is in. Daze not even available. If it is in hand. Just drew a Daze, it looks like. Bill with no relevant play.
So there's no attack on the 1/2?
Yeah.
No.
Swinging for 2. Bill will drop to 17. Basic Swamp. Dark Ritual. Uh-oh. Voidwalker, 1 black mana floating. Barrogoyf. I think Audrey needs to tap the rest of the land. Okay. We did it. So Barrogoyf, Voidwalker, Bowmaster, and Orc Army on the board, and all Bill has to respond with is a Mishra's Bauble.
Draw? I'll pass. I'll crack it on your. Yeah.
We have some modern folks watching in the chat. Barrogoyf is from the Modern Horizons 3 Commander set, in case anybody's not familiar with that card. All right, swinging. Barrogoyf is, okay. It's got 3 power, indicated by the die. Big attack.
Never draw. Oh my god.
We don't collect deck lists at every event, but if you are looking for deck lists, join our Discord server. That's where deck lists get posted for our community when we have them. Audrey keeps his lists in there usually. All right, Necro Dominance. Force of Negation. Might as well.
The game's game.
Okay, Force of Negation will be exiled with a void counter on it. Here's Raucous Theater, Serval. Barrogoyf into the yard. Mishra's Bauble fired off. Mishra's Bauble will go into the correct zone. Necro Dominance is the top card of the deck.
Yep.
Almost missed.
Okay, a ping almost missed from the Bauble trigger. This could be an unfortunate game 3 for Bill. Just never able to get it going here after the Wasteland. Audrey has lethal power and toughness on power on the board. Hand is revealed. Handshake happens. That is the match. Wasteland, everybody. GG's wasted. Bring up the Grand Theft Auto wasted logo for that one. Okay, we're gonna take a 2-minute intermission here. Don't go anywhere. plenty of Legacy left to watch. Quick break. Okay, obviously we're not going on break after Audrey just gifted 20 subs. Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate that. So I'll hold off on getting some water for another moment. Audrey, with 231 gifted subs on the channel, number 2 on the all-time gifters leaderboard. Thank you, Audrey. Yeah, not great timing to go on a break. I was going to get some more water, but screw it. We're sticking with it. All right, you know what we'll do then? Let's set up a poll for Twitch chat. Twitch chat votes, if you're new around here, votes round by round which matches we will watch. So we'll set up a poll. The options for the poll will be Cloudpost versus Mono Black Control, or Grixis Delver versus Maverick, or Esper Control versus a black-white mid-range Tainted Pack deck. Very interesting. Or we have Miracles versus Maverick. Or we have Cloudpost, excuse me, versus Death and Taxes. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. And while the poll is live, I am going to take a 1-minute break. I have to go get some water. So be right back. Don't go anywhere. There's a poll happening in the chat right now for which match we will watch next. So vote in it. All right, everybody, I am back. I have a full glass of water. Thank you for waiting up for me. 30 seconds approximately left on the poll for which match we will watch next. Our Discord server is up on your screen. If you're new around here, want to join our community of Eternal format, non-rotating format, Magic players, join our Discord. We're getting close to 4,000 members on our Discord, by the way, which would be, I think, an enormous achievement for all of us. I don't know. Very interesting. All right, almost out of time on the poll. The poll has been decided. Cloudpost versus Death and Taxes. Pastina contributed 5,600 channel points. This should be a good one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Diving in.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna move it at some point. So. Yeah, tell me not to.
Okay, we have Sam on the left and making their 90s MTG debut, Death and Taxes on the right. That would be Christopher. And okay. Camera shook a little bit there. Looks like a mulligan for Sam, and Chris has kept 7. Urion revealed. It's in the bottom center of your screen.
Since it's more streamlined, it's more likely to find either vial on turn 1. Fewer cramps in the hand. Exactly. You don't have to worry about shuffling your hand.
So, a little bit of 90s MTG backstory, or my backstory. Back in, I think it was around Amonkhet, so it's quite a bit ago in Magic years. 1 card on the bottom for Sam. So quite a bit ago in Magic years, as Witch Enchanter gets played as a land.
Cool. I just saw this card for the first time today.
Okay, there's a Cloudpost to start for Sam. Quite a bit ago, during Amonkhet, approximately, I started playing Legacy. And a Wasteland knocks out Cloudpost. Okay, great start to the game. Chris was jamming Death and Taxes at the Legacy locals. And Chris, on the right side of your screen, with a bunch of other regulars at the local shop here in New York City, would every week crush me and destroy my morale. And I was the 0-3 drop guy, playing Reanimator and Delver with Deathrite Shaman. And so, what's the point? Chris, quite a good Death and Taxes player. And, yeah, just thought I would share that. Okay, so Vesuva is a forest.
Care about the frog rolling.
Pew Pew has arrived. All right, so basic planes. That's a Rishadan Port, the other land. The modal double-face land in play is Witch Blessed Meadow, the reverse side of Witch Enchanter.
Then you have to. Then you play Dothy. I can't do it. So
Thinking about this next play, it will be Lion Sash. Exile Cloudpost from the yard. Playing around Echoing Deeps. Pew Pew just gifted a sub. 10 now on the channel for Pew Pew. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
what am I at? 13?
Setting a new subscriber goal in the bottom right of your screen. 400. So, not much else going on for Sam at the moment. Playing a Wasteland. Wasteland is pretty damn good against these Cloudpost decks. The current Cloudpost decks, you know, they okay, growing Lion Sash here. Looks like before an attack. Attack for 3. The current Cloudpost decks are definitely able to beat Wasteland. They're not completely collapsing under a Wasteland threat. Recruiter of the Guard. Okay, I'm curious what we're looking for here. What could be the... I don't know Chris's exact build, so I don't know if we're going to see the White Orchid Phantom or Stoneforge or... what else could be... Looks like Stoneforge is just a choice. All right, so kind of a typical choice for a Recruiter of the Guard. Here's the Flute. Disruptor Flute.
You
got a 17. No, wait, where are you at?
I was at 22, I take 8, so I go to 14, I get 3, so I go to 17.
Adds
5.
2 to the cost. 3.
Yeah, I got a 5.
And that'll add 3 to the cost of Stoneforge, and its activated abilities are shut off. So Disruptor Flute, pretty good here.
You have to draw animate player.
You don't have to present. Okay. It's a bit. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a risk. It's a production. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so no cutting of the deck. Stoneforge is in hand. Lion Sash, not on tap yet. Draw a card.
That's right. It's happened to me like 3 times now. Remember
Nothing in the graveyard currently for Lion Sash to eat on either side. Just want to shout out Audrey, our gift leader for the past month. 40 gifted subs this month. Thank you, Audrey. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Iron City Trades as well. All right, here's Mother of Runes. And Mother of Runes. Yeah, Urion is in the bottom center of your screen. Urion is revealed.
You got it. Naming Rashad Park? Yep.
Okay, so this Disruptor Flute will name Rashad in port. Pretty neat. Its activated ability is shut off. It can still tap for mana, though. The Wasteland on the board is a little scary.
I don't feel bad.
Game one not going so badly for Chris. Sam has not been able to make land drops. Cloudpost deck kind of needs to make land drops. These Cloudpost decks now are using Planner Nexus, which is a card from the MH3 Commander set, along with Urza's Tower, which then sees the Nexus as both mine and power plant. So it makes 3 mana. All right, so here's Beseju Who Endures and casting the One Ring.
Yeah. No. Oh. Go ahead.
Yeah, not activated.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the Spirit Guide was exiled, in case anybody missed that. Any trench posts? I personally have not seen anyone use trench post, but who knows? It gets crazy out there, folks.
I would not be playing.
I've been seeing Fallout cards on tables. You know, it gets nuts out here. Skyclave Apparition. It will target the One Ring. Makes sense to draw a card in response. Might as well. And the One Ring is exiled. It won't come back if Skyclave goes away, but Sam will get a 4/4 illusion. In case anybody forgot how Skyclave works.
It's Urza's Tower.
There were no attacks because of the protection from the ring. Urza's Tower. And that is sowing Mycospawn. A little bit of glare.
Yeah, usually opponents think I'm gonna exile it, so they just reanimate their own stuff.
This Eldrazi Fungus is hot right now in Legacy, seeing some play. It's become a key card in the Cloudpost decks. Here's a basic forest.
Always power.
Okay, going after the Urza's Tower now.
Crop rotate the tower? Yep.
Okay, it's getting crop rotated in response. Lion Sash has some stuff to eat now. The Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale is bad news.
Here. I'll eat the tower. Upkeep.
All right, let's see who survives the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale and upkeep here. Double Mother of Runes, Recruiter of the Guard, Lion Sash, and Skyclave Apparition. Potentially, reconfiguring Lion Sash and attaching it to a creature could help with the Tabernacle situation in turns to come, but Chris might end up being tight on mana. Stoneforge and Rishon Import are named with the Disruptor Flutes and Sowing Mycospawn, unfortunately trapped in the glare zone in the bottom center of your screen.
Good luck.
Okay, paying for 3 creatures. The Mother of Runes will die. Mother of Runes were not super relevant. Sowing Mycospawn, of course, has Devoid, so can't even do that.
How many cards? 3 cards.
Three cards in hand for Sam. This is turn 1? If you're asking if this is game 1, the answer is yes.
That was my turn, yeah.
Okay, a Source of Plowshares removes the Mega Spawn. And then we're doing some calculations for attacks here. And Sam will end up at 9. Nothing to pay for on upkeep with Tabernacle. Here's another copy of Sowing Mika Spawn. Nothing is attached to Skyclave. It just has the one ring that it exiled kind of under it right now to indicate its illusion count. Maze of Ith is found by the Eldrazi fungus, so that'll be a way to hold off some damage. All right, letting the Recruiter die. Reconfiguring the Lion Sash, looking a little worse now, and Cloudpost doing what it does, starting to stabilize here. All right, Mika Spawn moved out of the glare. That's nice. The Mika Spawn that was around last turn died, so it was not paid for. This is a new one.
This White Orchid Phantom.
Okay, there's the White Orchid Phantom we mentioned earlier. What are we going to target?
You only have 2. You have
Maze. Okay. Don't have anything. Just shuffle it. Yep. And that one. Combat, I will attack with a 4/4. Good if you're good. Pass.
Okay, attacking with the 4/4, Sowing Mika Spawn is a 3/3. White Orchid took out the Maze of Ith. Tabernacle trigger missed this time for Sam. This time it was missed.
Play another one.
Okay, playing another Sowing Mika Spawn. That's unfortunate.
Alfred will push your front.
Okay, both players not noticing the Tabernacle. Whoops.
How many cards?
And wait, did you pay for this one? Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, sorry. Do you mind if I play a land first from my hand and use that? If not, that's fine. I can sacrifice
whatever
this.
you want.
Okay, thank you. So I'll pay for it.
This is FNM, so we are going to just allow Sam to play a land here and pay for the Sowing Mika Spawn, then cast with the new land the second copy. Friendly fix. Camera moving a little bit. There is a little bit of bumping of the table happening from the adjacent match, possibly. All right, so Urza's Tower, it looks like, is getting dug up here.
16. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, Urza's Tower will be put into play. Yeah, did I say it backwards? I meant that the Mika Spawn was paid with the existing lands, and then the new one plays the new one. Maybe I said it backwards, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. All right, so the 3 creatures on Christopher's side will be paid for on upkeep, so remembering the Tabernacle trigger. Iron City Trades is declaring that there's 100% an earthquake happening during this match. There could be. There could be. You really never know. Iron City Trades with the Cheerleader #1 badge, an important member of our community. Thank you, Iron City Trades.
We are tied.
Right now, you have more life?
I have more life, so I will draw.
So you would draw?
Go to 3.
Okay, attacking with the White Orchid Phantom. Sam will drop to 3. There's a Rishidan Port. Its ability is shut off by Disruptor Flute. Pass the turn.
Pay for Eldrazi.
Remembering to pay for the 2 Eldrazi Fungus this time. It looks like the cards in hand for Sam were 2 copies of Kozilek's Command. And now... okay, so Lion Sash will grow.
Upkeep. Pay for all 3.
Was lethal missed? It's possible Chris was just playing it safe. I'm not sure. There was only an Urza's Tower available, so no threat of crop rotation, I guess.
Go to combat. Yep.
Swinging with both Lion Sash and White Orchid Phantom. Gonna chump.
Take 2, go to 1. Go to 1.
reconfigure Sash onto the White Orchid Phantom. Yeah, that was a possibility. All right, game 1 will go to Chris, so no harm. Moving on to game 2.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it sounds like Sam has kept 7. Chris thinking about it.
Attacks the player. Okay, and then while you have the most.
Tyler Gomlin-Grandee has arrived. Hey, Chris, hope all is well in NYC. What deck are you playing nowadays? So I've been playing Maverick for the past 2 weeks or so, and it has been going okay. It's been going okay. I'm new to the Green Sun Zenith game. All right, there's either Vial on turn 1 off Flagstones of Trocaire, Cloudpost on Sam's side.
Name Wasteland.
Disruptor Flute. Naming Wasteland. And some really next level labels going on here. So Vial ticks up to 1. And Cloud Posts are currently protected from Wasteland, which is not what you want. Pass the turn. Richard Import will be used.
I'll tap it and cast another flute. Yep.
Okay, so responding to the activation of Richard Import by casting a flute. And we're going to name Port. Oh, I misheard. It's actually naming Vial. Okay. So Vial and Wasteland shut off by flutes.
Play a Cloudpost, game 3. Yep.
I guess I thought I heard Sam say Port. All right, so Vial will tick up regardless. Glimmer Post allowed Sam to gain some life. This game going well so far, I would say, for Sam. There's a Wasteland. Its ability is shut off.
Huh?
I was like, I'll surely draw another video.
Yeah. Again, I forgot when you sort of called the Ponder. I had 2 deltas in the Ponder. I could have just used that.
Yeah.
Nice. Done.
I guess if you don't have
Stoneforge Mystic is in. What are we searching for?
Yeah.
because then I'm like, okay, I have the enemy in hand, so I kill the frog back.
2024 Legacy, there's a lot more options for Stoneforge to look for. We've seen... I mean, we saw Lion's Ash in Game 1. I can't imagine that's what we find this time. But, I mean, College of Complete, typically... Okay, there's College of Complete before I can finish the thought. But, we're seeing people start to replace Jitte and Batterskull and some of those old favorites with some newer cards like Pre-War Formal Wear. Again, maybe not the most relevant for this exact situation, but the Death and Taxes deck's in a bit of a new place with the equipment available for Stoneforge. All right, there's an Urza's Tower, Walking Ballista. It's going to be big. It's going to kill the Stoneforge and still have 2 counters left. Vial will tick up to 3. Its ability is shut off.
Draw.
Pastina giving me some Maverick tips. Yeah, I haven't tried Springheart and Tuco yet personally. Hot Girls says, I will be playing my first Legacy event in 2 weeks. Any tips? I mean, just have fun. Go in with no expectations to go undefeated. Just go have fun and learn and enjoy yourself.
Play Recruiter.
Okay, here's Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, for anyone looking for deck lists, I saw Pastini was asking. We don't collect lists at every event, but when we do, they're posted in our Discord. And a lot of the players you see playing on the channel are also in the Discord posting their lists on a regular basis. All right, here's Lauren of the Third Path, found by Recruiter. It'll have to wait. Vial is shut off. But it will likely go after one of these flutes. Another copy of Urza's Tower.
Leave that on 3, draw. And that's in your that's in my hand, sorry. No, you did it.
Yeah, the Lorna of the Third Path was in hand, not in play. Yeah, Audrey pointing out that Sam does not yet have green mana available, which hurts quite a bit. These decks are basically 2-color, green and colorless, as far as what mana they require.
Play Lauren.
Okay, here's Lauren of the Third Path. We're going to go after the Vial, Flute, and Sam's going to respond.
9. Kozilek's command for x equals 7. I will make 7 scions and scry.
Making 7 Eldrazi Scions. Eldrazi Spawns, I mean. And scrying and then drawing a card in response to Lauren of the Third Path. Scry 7. This is going to take like an hour. Hurry up.
Right, so I get to put any number on the board. And then you draw 1 card. And then I draw 1 card, yeah.
My hand plays itself.
Who designs these cards, Audrey? Like, who is the one doing it? I want to know. Killing us here. Scry 7?
Hilariously.
Remember Limdol's Vault, anybody? What a nightmare.
Putting these on the bottom. Okay. Putting these back in this order and drawing this card. Sorry, that you can understand. Right? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so some cards went on the bottom, look like 3 of them. 4 cards went on top. The Vial Flute is destroyed. Skyclave vialed in. Destroy the other flute. Wasteland on Cloudpost. A productive turn here for Chris. There are 7 Eldrazi spawns on the other side of the board, though, which are 0/1s. 0/1s. Sack this creature at a colorless.
Got a lot of them.
That's only beginning of combat.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So Sam still has access to plenty of mana, as you can tell. Urza's Tower is just tapped for 1 at this point. No Planar Nexus on the board. Okay, Sam found a green. And making a bunch of mana. Nika spawn.
I'll exile the...
Gotta hit flagstones here, I imagine, right? Exile flagstones of Trocare, pretty nasty. And search for a land. Maybe we'll see the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale again. Could be trouble. There it is. The glue that holds Legacy together, the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Wow.
So play the Karn? Yep.
Okay, following up then with a Karn the Great Creator. Looks like 3 Eldrazi spawns left. Taking a look at the sideboard now. Looks like Karn will be minusing.
To find Ensnaring Bridge?
Ensnaring Bridge. And going to sack the last of the Eldrazi spawns to cast it. So now Ensnaring Bridge is on the table. Sam has 1 card in hand, it looks like.
3 or less?
3 or less.
Content creator standing right here.
We're going to pay for these 2.
Okay, Chris, a little bit in trouble here. Pays for 2 creatures, Skyclave and Lauren of the Third Path. Yeah, advantage bar way over to the left. There are no Eldrazi spawns left on the table, but there's a... okay, Sam moved the token away. There's a Sowing Miko spawn, Ensnaring Bridge, Karn the Great Creator, and the Tabernacle Pendril Veil, which is the huge card on the table right now, kind of keeping this game difficult to come back for Chris. All right, so it's Solitude pitching Thalia. Sowing Mika spawn is gone. Each player draws a card.
See what's happening here. Very clever. I'll attack card number one. Fantastic.
Really clever play, as Sam points out. Each player draws a card, which means Skyclave can attack Karn and making some progress. The Lauren of the Third Path interacts in a beneficial way, I guess I would say, with this Ensnaring Bridge for Chris. Looks like Sam now has 2 cards in hand, so the bridge is basically shut off at the moment. Looks like Sam rather is holding a Dismember. I think I see a Dismember, but I'm not sure.
Time to go to combat. I will.
Probably going to hit the Skyclave here, get an Illusion, which would be a 2/2. And would be pretty bad news for Chris. There's also a Kozilek's command in hand, it looks like.
I'll dismember this guy.
Yeah, giving cards to your Cloudpost opponent, very dangerous. I agree. All right, Skyclave is down. We're going to see a 2/2 Illusion, and there it is. Chris had the right token, which is a big thing. Disruptor Flute is gone forever. That is a 2/2 Illusion, in case anybody missed it.
Let's just play another.
Okay, playing another Vial, passing the turn. So 1 Vial on 0, 1 on 3. Kozilek's command.
Good draw? Yeah.
Let's draw.
Exiled the Lauren of the Third Path, so it's gone. Won't be able to do the Karakas it to hand, replay it thing in this game. Lauren a goner. Looks like we're doing the scry thing again. Left all of them on top, it looked like. Unless I missed some cards being placed on the bottom. I looked away for a moment. All right, so no creatures on the board currently for Chris.
I will minus this card. Yep.
Okay, minusing Karn. Karn dies. Its loyalty reduced to 0. Lattice. Okay. Crop rotation. Sacking the forest.
Planar Nexus.
Planar Nexus. Urza's Tower is now tapped for 3 mana. Karn. Lattice. All right. Yeah, the Tabernacle trigger was missed. Twitch chat is right. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we got time though. Nice. Okay. We've been good managers of the game.
It barely mattered, but yeah. All right, we're moving on to Game 3. What has been a pretty damn good match, I would say. The Tabernacle was able to tap for mana because of Yavimaya on the board, I believe. All right, turn 1, Vial, Cloudpost. Vial ticks up.
No, that's just the first. That's the big.
Stoneforge Mystic. Sure.
Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. That'll resolve. What are we looking for this time? Stoneforge has appeared a couple of times in this match, and every time has not really led to anything great. Got its ability shut off in one game, got killed in another game, I think. can't quite see what's in Sam's hand, but I do spot a Tabernacle. Crop rotation is in there. Maybe a Sowing Mycospawn. Pre-war Formalware. We were just talking about that card earlier. We'll put the text up on the screen. Some of our viewers may not have seen that one yet. It's from the Fallout set, which brought us a couple of legacy relevant cards. Pre-war Formalware, probably the biggest one, and has become a big part of Death and Taxes in 2024. So pre-war Formalware is in hand. Mother Runes could possibly come in here off the vial. I'm not sure if Mother Runes is still in here. But that's where we are. So the question now is, what will be the next land drop? Cloudpost pass. Okay, so the Cloudposts. All right, there's Mother Runes.
Yeah, just need to do this. Dismember that. Stoneforge.
Okay, taking advantage of the window here to dismember Stoneforge. Oh no, we're going off the Mother Runes. Okay. A little awkward with the pre-war Formalware, but.
Yeah, thank you for confirming. I really appreciate it. This goes to 2. Pre-war Formalware.
Oh, I see.
It does. I just saw it for the first time today. Very cool.
I think we cast other side.
Yeah, exactly. 2/5/5. I will attack. Go to 11. And I will pass the turn.
Okay, Cauldron complete. No token attacking. My camera shut off for a moment. I'll fix that in a moment. Planar Nexus counts as a locus. And Sowing Mycospawn.
Target planes.
It has kicker. And the kicker has been paid. Plane's gone.
And then pass the turn to you.
Okay. I'll just save us some time. Just for a second. Sure. 9.
Goes to 3.
Okay, Vial goes up to 3. My camera will be coming back momentarily. Maze of Ith on the board. So a Phyrexian Germ token was found, it turns out. Vial getting activated here.
Flicker West. Yep.
Flicker Wisp, remove the maze. Phyrexian Germ attacking. And tapping the equipment, not the germ. Very interesting, might be a misplay.
Yeah. Glimmer Post, gain 4. Yeah.
Glimmer Post, pretty damn good here. Gain 4 life. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Oh my god.
The Cauldron itself and the Ether Rush.
No blocks. I got a 3. I'm at 3. Draw.
Yep.
Okay, so Vial and Cauldron complete will be exiled before Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, even hits the table. Germ dies of state-based effects. Sowing Mycospawn attacks. Ulamog on defense. Barely want to Caracas that. Sam with plenty of life. Maze of Ith on the board.
Bolt Sam. It's supposed to be flipped around, but I never flipped it back. Do you have to pay 3 for that? Pay 3 for it to come in untapped.
Okay, that's Witch Enchanter being played as a land. You have to pay 3 life for it to enter untapped. Wish Blessed Meadow. Okay, Maze of Ith used on the Flicker Wisp. Passing the turn. It's possible we could see pre-war Formalware get Stone Forged in here, but Ulamog attacks. Plenty of cards in the library, thanks to Urion, but this Ulamog is going to end the game quickly with its 10 power.
I'm not even. Do you want to? No, you're good.
Okay, we're not even going to look at through those, I think has been decided. Looks like a Felio was in there. Blocking Ulamog. Activating Stoneforge. Pre-war Fummelware. Bring back the Mother Runes. At least that's the plan.
Kozilek's command to exile this and exile the Mother Runes from your graveyard. Got it.
Okay, Kozilek's command responds to the pre-war Fummelware ability to exile Mother Runes and the card in the graveyard, which was, what am I saying? Exiling the Flicker Wisp and the Mother Runes in the graveyard. So pre-war Fummelware pretty lonely on the board now.
Probably exactly double push.
I played this wrong too. I shouldn't have played Frog. I should have just been flashing.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Good games, yeah.
So I knew it was in your
Cloudpost gets it. Wow. GG's. Great match. That was a good one. That was a fun one. All right. Discord is up on your screen. Our Discord community is where you should go if you are enjoying the stream. We also have a Patreon. Those of you that have been hanging out with us for a while, join our family over on Patreon. Let's set up another poll for Twitch chat. Twitch chat, of course, votes round by round which match we will watch. I turned my AC on for a moment, so you may hear that right now. Let's see. People are hitting the follow button. That's free. Thank you for all the follows, everybody. Keith Master Flex, thank you for the resub. 32 months for Keith Master Flex and a declaration. It is hot. Yes, it is very hot. Right now, it is 88 Fahrenheit where I'm sitting. Well, not in this room, but outside. Okay. Which match next? Twitch chat will vote. Options will be Cloudpost versus Black Control, Mono Black Control, Maverick, kind of a mid-range deck with Green Sun Zenith versus Miracles or Grixis Delver versus Death's Shadow or Esper Control versus Cephalid Breakfast, Nadu Breakfast, or an Orzhov Black-White Brew versus lost my place. Versus lands. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. Hype Train Conductor Roland says it feels 100 plus. Yeah, it is quite hot in New York right now. Okay, votes are coming in. Get your votes in. People will try to rig these polls, so keep an eye out for that. You can rig the poll using your channel points. Vote in the poll. Just looking at my notes here. Okay. About a minute left on this poll. Twitch chat deciding which match we will watch next. Hit the follow button if you're enjoying the stream. That's free. Maybe you'll see it again. It's likely we will have a stream tomorrow. I will announce in our Discord. So keep an eye out for that announcement. If you care about our streaming schedule, keep an eye on the Discord. A lot of votes coming in. People are really trying to rig this thing. This poll looks completely rigged. Hype Train Conductor Roland calling it so rigged. Almost out of time, less than 30 seconds. Joe Retro, thank you for the resub. 24 months for Joe. You did it. You did it. An enormous achievement for Joe and for all of us for keeping Joe around. Thank you, Joe, for 24 months. Appreciate that. All right. Forfait contributed 10,000 channel points. And we are headed into Grixis Delver versus Death Shadow. A gigantic victory for the Grixis and Death Shadow people of the chat. All right, let's set this up. Yeah, 10,000 channel points is quite a bit. That's a lot. That was quite an investment. All right, let's hope this match lives up to expectations, I would say. If I could find it, it would be great. Let me find it. Got it. All right, diving in. And I will now update the overlays.
Good luck, man.
All right, Roland starts us off with a fetch. Roland on the right with Grixis Delver. And making their 90s MTG debut on the left is Mario with Death Shadow. We've been talking a lot in recent weeks about the legacy ban list and what does it mean, where are we in the world, whatever. And some legacy folks trying to find their way. But we've been seeing lots of new faces at the weeklies. We've been getting 30-something players at FNM, and the New York City legacy community continues to grow. And Mario, a new face that at the legacy weeklies that we're now getting to see on stream for the first time. So Delver does not flip. Golem Gamer says, let's go Shadow, playing in Baltimore, need more gameplay. There we go. And Knight Zao says, first time catching live stream. Hello from the UK. Welcome. Glad you're here. This is the real show after all. And for anybody new around here, we do have a YouTube channel, and it is a gigantic library of legacy matches for your enjoyment. All right, so a Fatal Push takes out the Delver with the floating mana. Wasteland killed that Watery Grave. How many inhabitants in NYC? I think the last time I checked, it's like 9 million people in the New York City metro area. Can anybody Google that and tell us? All right, basic Swamp. That's protected from Wasteland. And a Troll getting exiled to evoke Grief. Okay, Grief will resolve. Force of Will, Brazen Borrower, Misty Rainforest, and Double Volk. Brazen Borrower will be selected. It is in the trash. Reanimate Grief. Take Force. Roland's hand is cleaned out. 3 lands left. That was a good draw. All right, Bolt takes out Grief. Pass the turn. Two cards left in hand. Both of them are lands. All right, Sink It to Stupor being played as a land. Soporific Springs is the reverse side.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything.
Tamio.
Ponder? Sure.
All right, so Tamio, inquisitive student from MH3, seeing a lot of play in Legacy these days. A ponder for Roland. Left them there, draws a card. Dragon's Rage Channeler. I believe Delirium is on. Yep. So Tamio doesn't have a great attack at the moment unless Mario really wants this clue real bad. But this is the second card drawn this turn off this ponder. And Tamio flips after 3. Flips into a Planeswalker. Mario trying to figure out this ponder. Maybe looking for a land drop to fire off another cantrip.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, bring it down.
That is a polluted delta, for anyone who doesn't recognize the new ones from MH3. Thinking about what to do. Can attack, make a clue, sack it. One card in hand. I believe it's a Misty Rainforest for Roland now.
Correct. Yeah, so it's
Block my 03. Alright.
Delirium is on.
That's it. So what's your
Ponder, Cervelle. Underground Sea into the yard. Taking a look at the top 3.
Got 4. 3.
This Dragon's Rage Channeler will have to attack. So maybe holding back Tamio and being patient here will benefit Mario. The a check for 2 cards in hand for Mario, I believe. All right, there's that Misty Rainforest. It's getting cracked finally.
Force pitch of force. 14.
surveil trigger?
Brainstorm, Cervelle. Daze into the yard. Makes sense. Violent Outburst says, back when I started, we had Trample, Forest Walk, Banding, etc. Yeah, the good old days. Back when I told people I played Magic the Gathering and they had no idea what I was talking about. Swinging with DRC. That'll put Mario down to 7. This is a Death Shadow deck, so they do tend to like their life total getting lowered, but not that low. All right, so not too low. Bolt took out Tamio, their Inquisitive Scholar. We're fetching here. I think this is in main phase.
And that's the only ley line.
Finds an Underground Sea.
No cards.
Yeah, no cards.
No cards in hand. Murktide. It will be a 6/6 Murktide and pass the turn. So a big play there for Mario. Roland was hellbent, so was safe to cast it. DRC will effectively kill itself. Delver of Secrets. It got too angry. Delver of Secrets. Yeah, Audrey calling for taking out the spreadsheets. Yeah, there's a Murktide on the table, so we're going to add this to the Murktide column in the end one way or another. We're all keeping spreadsheets, right? Everybody watching, you have a spreadsheet? Yeah.
Careful, down to 7. Yep.
Reanimate on your Delver.
Reanimate Delver. All right. Reanimating Delver. High Train Conductor Roland says, what's the spreadsheet for? Roland, you know what? If you have to ask, I don't think you want to know. I don't. Roland is immune to the spreadsheets at this point. All right, so Force of Will revealed. Delver of Secrets will flip.
I was like, well, what am I doing? Yeah.
Pass the turn. Murktide is on defense. Delver trigger. Force of Will revealed. Not too bad. This is going to be a tight game. Murktide swinging. Roland drops to 12. Insectile Aberration on defense. Knowing now that Mario has a Force of Will, this Murktide could potentially be protected. All right, here's a Dragon's Race Channeler. Delirium is still on, so that'll have to be a consideration. Does Mario attack you with a 6/6 Murktide? No. Got to hang back on defense. I think I agree with that decision. Mark Hughes in the chat says can't get into bolt range. Yeah, that is a consideration. All right, so Dragon's Race Channel has to attack. Insect Celebration will join it, which makes sense. Murktide will block DRC and offering a trade of these Insect Elaborations. Mario protecting the life total. Bolt range is a concern.
Oh yeah. That's right. So used to it.
Okay, we're effects before damage. Lightning Bolt Murktide. Surveil. Gives Mario an opportunity to respond after the Surveil. Pitching a Daze to Force.
And I'm done after that.
I'm missing. How did Murktide grow just now? I missed that. Okay, swinging for 7 somehow?
How did it go?
Exiled days. So whenever a card gets exiled as well.
I don't think from your graveyard though.
Is it? Oh, then no, it's only 6. I'm sorry.
Leaves your graveyard.
Yeah, alright, so just 6.
Okay. So Murktide corrected. Roland correctly. Oh, that was a good draw. Unholy Heat takes out the Murktide. So now Murktide dies. Okay, finds a Brainstorm on top. That Unholy Heat was pretty damn good. Niels, thank you for the resub. 20 months. Appreciate that. And Leaf, thank you for the resub. 8 months. Thank you. Here's a Death Shadow, and that ends the game. Mario gets game 1.
Can't really do anything about it. Yes.
All right, so Mario up a game. Death Shadow finished off Roland there in game 1. Roland will be on the play here for game 2. Try and cool down the room a little bit. It's getting really hot. Really hot. Okay, looks like mulligans are happening for Roland. Mario keeping 7, it looks like.
No. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of goof with the Murktide towards the end of the previous game, but it was corrected, so no harm done. Roland has mulled to 6. We are ready to go for game 2, and we are Polluted Delta cracking.
Grab a vault. The DRC.
And Dragon's Rage Channeler past the turn. These Death Shadow versus Grixis Delver matches can feel kind of mirror-ish. They obviously share a lot of cards. Brainstorm, Ponder, Force of Will, Daze, Wasteland, all that stuff. The lowering your own life total game gets a little bit interesting with Lightning Bolt. As we saw in Game 1. Mario won Game 1, but Lightning Bolt was a concern throughout a lot of it. Murktide also in both decks. So using a lot of the same tools. The black just kill your creature spells for Shadow tend to be pretty damn good. The Grixis decks tend to have access to Pyroblast. Mario could potentially have Hydroblast. What else is worth pointing out? I think everybody gets the idea. Death Shadow can be hard to kill.
And I will pass it over to
End step. Pay for life.
Okay, here's Pay for Life. Dismember targeting Dragon's Rage Channeler. GG says, has Jeskai control with Earlingus fallen out of the meta? I would say it's still around. There are some people trying to figure out an energy control deck similar to the one that we've been seeing in Modern. And there's also just like the Jeskai with 4th Earlingus running around, Beanstalk decks with 4th Earlingus running around, 4 or 5 color. It's still around.
cards in 4 or 5.
I've seen some 4th year Linguses get fired off in recent events for sure. It's not over for 4th year Lingus just yet. Comet Stellar Pup, sadly. Not seeing that card so much anymore. All right, cracking a Flooded Strand. Roland drops to 18. The other kind of funky thing that these Death Shadow decks can do is the Grief Scam thing, which we saw early on in that game. And the Cycle Troll Reanimate stuff. Those are just powerful plays, as all of you were aware. Grixis Delver doesn't really have access to that. Looks like a Brazen Borrower is in Mario's hand. That could help later on. Unholy Heat and Roland's.
Big sideboard.
Okay, Grafdigger's Cage. That kind of answers what I was just talking about, the reanimate stuff.
I'm sorry?
Is there one more show and tell? Or
No, there's two, because there was one at the bottom.
Oh.
Show and tell. Oh, God. You hear that in the background?
$13, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I only have one fish. Should be 14.
And attack once, 14.
Okay, life total check appears to be correct. Petty theft on Grafdigger's Cage. Uh-oh. Brainstorm in response. Mario may be trying to set up a nasty play here by sending Brazen Borrower on an adventure. We could see a reanimation of Troll or something. Roland resolving a brainstorm in response, maybe looking for a daze. Maybe looking for hope. Maybe looking for a new deck. I don't know. All right, Grafdigger's Cage, is bounce. Brazen Borrower is on an adventure. All right, cycling the troll. I'm going to find an underground sea by swamp cycling. Pretty good. Going to play that underground sea and then reanimate targeting the troll. Surgical. All right, so Roland had an answer for it. The hand is revealed. Looks like Undercity Sewer, Brazen Borrower, and 2... Are those polluted deltas or watery graves? I can't really tell. And now the Troll of Khazad-dûms will be gone.
Still on the stack.
Still on the stack, okay.
Well, that was a pretty good surgical. Kind of ruined Mario's whole plan. It doesn't look like the plan has much else going on now. Okay, so it looks like the cards in hand are actually Undercity Sewer, Watery Grave, Polluted Delta, and Brazen Borrower.
So if you have nothing, then just go to
3 lands, Brazen Borrower. Not a very good hand. Is it a sewer and 2 deltas? I don't believe so. It's probably larger on my screen than... I mean, smaller on my screen than some of you watching at home, but I think the second to bottom land card is a Watery Grave. All right, so Roland cracking a Misty Rainforest here. Make another Volk. Knows the coast is clear to some extent. What do we got?
That is so sick.
Murktide not the most exciting right now, unless that petty theft can be countered. Delver. Counterbalance. Okay. With counterbalance, you can kind of just go fishing and catch some stuff over the course of a game. All right, Surveil puts another Watery Grave into the graveyard, it looks like. Polluted Delta revealed, Delver will flip. Roland takes the card about 30% out of the sleeve. Very interesting. There is a Brazen Borrower on an adventure and a Petty Theft Brazen Borrower in hand. So Insectile Aberration might not last for too long. We'll see. Ponder resolves. Okay. This creates a tricky situation with counterbalance. Roland will know the top card of the deck. It's possible Mario should have responded to that Ponder. But there's also Brainstorm. I guess it's not that important. All right. Ponder resolves. Leave the cards on top. It's possible a 2 or a 3 is on top of the deck.
Pass.
Okay, attacking with Insectile Aberration. What's the plan? Cast Brazen Borrower.
You're gonna let it resolve before blocks.
Brazen Borrower is going to resolve, and before blocks, looks like the Unholy Heat. So Brazen Borrower is gone. Insectile Aberration will get through. And Grafdigger's Cage redeployed.
I will pass. Yep.
Roland might have been saved there by that surgical extraction early on in this game. A Troll of Khazad-dûm on the board would have made for a quick finish, it seems. It's possible. Thinking about what land to drop now. It'll be Watery Grave tapped, so I was right about that being a Watery Grave. 2 unknown cards, Brazen Borrower and Polluted Delta left in hand. All right, swinging with Insectile Aberration. Petty Theft on Counterbalance. All right, that will resolve. Now Fatal Push. Okay, I like this sequence here. Insectile Aberration down. PP says Counterbalance and Cage. Is this Grixis Prison? It could be. Maybe we'll update the overlays. I don't know. Is it Tempo? All right, Grixis, rather, Murktide is on the stack here. Let's see how big this thing is. Okay, 5/5 Murktide. It's in. Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's in. All right. Pretty good turn for Roland. Roland, I think, has the advantage on the current board. Okay, I'm not really sure what's happening here. Is this a Murktide getting cast?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, it is a Murktide. Forgot to flip the face up. 6/6 Murktide. So a larger Murktide on Mario's side. A Polluted Delta gets played as a land for turn. Does Roland have Delirium? I believe the answer is yes. I see creature, instant, sorcery, land. So that complicates things a bit. Mario's at 11. Counterbalance is back in hand, we know about. That was a pretty damn good pass turn sequence for Mario. Managed to get that counterbalance out of the way, eliminate the Insectile Aberration. Roland did drop a Murktide, but okay, so another Murktide for Roland. It could shut off Delirium and grow the already existing Murktide larger than Mario's. Let's see how this goes. Thinking about how big to make this Murktide and the one already existing on the board, which is currently a 5/5. It's a little bit of a tough call, I guess, working on keeping Delirium, if that's the plan. Okay, so it looks like we're going to grow it by 1. Oh, was I wrong? The current Murktide on the table was a 6/6? It's possible Twitch chat was able to see the die better than me. Well, that changes everything then. The Murktide that was already on the board was already a 6/6. I didn't see that. So now it's a 7/7 larger than Mario's. My camera shut off for a moment. It keeps overheating. It's quite hot in here. Okay, so 7/7 Murktide attacking. Brazen Borrower gets flashed in. Damage came through. Ponder from Mario. Needs a little help. It's possible Mario finds some removal and starts picking off some Murktides on Roland's side. It's really going to be the only way, given the current board, I think. It's like an unlicensed hearse. I'm not sure what that does now. Okay.
Yeah, unlicensed
Okay, then you're going to try to attempt to daze, holding priority, the unlicensed hearse. Pay for it, put daze into the graveyard, and then I think the plan is to use hearse to grow this Murktide. There are 2 instants of sorceries in Mario's yard right now. So passing the turn to Roland. Who's aware of the capability of the hearse. Counterbalance, trigger surveil. Murktide on Mario's side currently a 6/6. The 2 on Roland's side are 7/7 and 4/4. No delirium. Yeah, the 1 card in hand is the Undercity Sewer. Okay, Roland's going to swing with everybody.
For damage.
Okay, making the play that we predicted, growing the Murktide, killing Roland's biggest Murktide, and a bolt ends the game. All right, so Roland takes game 2.
Yeah, of course you're gonna die to 3.
Nicely played. All right, so Roland had a bolt in hand, which allowed for the 1 damage getting through from the Dragon's Rage Channeler to be just enough to create a lethal bolt. Going to game 3. This has been a great match.
Doesn't matter, you have a nice. Alright, good luck.
All right, Mario is on the play. Both players kept 7. Polluted Delta pass. Roland will fetch a Polluted Delta.
Play a DRC followed by a passing the priority.
That's priority? Yeah.
DRC.
I think Roland said I passed priority after a DRC, so that is it. Oh no, we're Mishra's Ball. Okay. Serval.
Check out what you got.
Okay, taking a look at the top card of the deck. It is a basic swamp.
I will pass the turn on you.
Okay, we're likely going to see another City Sewer here off the fetch. Roland will then resolve a bauble trigger on upkeep and draw a card. Sometimes you'll see these Serval lands hit a creature, put it into the yard, and it gets immediately reanimated. Pretty powerful. Okay, the land is the card is left on top, it seems. Okay, Wasteland, pass the turn, allowing the Volk to survive. Okay, Misty Rainforest for Roland. Brainstorm Serval. Bowmaster. Uh-oh.
So is this happening before the survey?
Before the survey.
Before the Serval.
Yep. Alright, yeah, one damage there.
Ouch, huge Bowmaster. And going to be a huge Orc army as well. Big play there. 4-4 Orc army now. After the Brainstorm resolves, a little bit out of order, but that will be the end result. The Orcish Bowmaster numbers have subsided quite a bit in Legacy since the MH3 set dropped. But it's still around, and you still have to watch out for it. Roland maybe hoping he was in the clear there, but Bowmaster was available. Maybe there was an indicator that there was a Bowmaster when the Wasteland wasn't fired off. I don't know. We can go back and reanalyze that whole situation and come up with all kinds of you should have seen it coming thoughts, I guess, now that we saw it happen. All right, Mishra's Bauble. And the draw off Bauble will result in a ping. If it is sacked.
It will trigger.
It won't. Because it's
It draws, except the first one they
except
draw.
because that'll be the first card you draw for the turn. You can add the judge.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think you take one.
Triggers as well as outside of your draw step.
Yeah.
Oh, it's triggers outside of your
Outside of my draw
Oh,
step.
okay, gotcha.
Okay, just clarifying the Bowmaster and Bauble situation.
My turn. I haven't played in 5 years.
It's okay. New card.
There would be a ping off Bowmaster if Mishra's Bauble is correct, no matter the timing. Bowmaster only doesn't ping during your regular draw, during your draw step. High Train Conductor Roland in the chat says, I felt like a donkey playing right into that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. We've all been there, Roland. Yeah, Vinicius pointing out that Frog has replaced Bowmaster in a lot of decks. I mean, it's totally reasonable, especially if the, the Brainstorm was really necessary to fire off there, that you were probably going to be in the clear. But maybe you go back and rewind the tape and be like, oh, but my opponent played a Wasteland, didn't waste me past the turn. Maybe they made it obvious they had a Bowmaster, blah, 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 whatever. And I don't think Mario showed Bowmaster in either game 1 or 2, so...
Is it good? That's a good card. Draw near your
Okay, the Mishra's Bauble was sacked. 5/5 Orc Army now. Pretty big. It's totally reasonable in that situation to not be expecting Bowmaster, though, potentially. We're trying to sneak a Brainstorm in. All right, so Wasteland hits the Volk. Attack for 6. Roland's going to get hit hard here by this Orc Army. Unlicensed Hearse, that's pretty good. Unlicensed Hearse, pretty good against Delver and similar decks because lowering the graveyard count can affect Delirium and Murktide. I am wearing my Foilbug shirt. I just saw it flash up on the screen. Shout out to Roland and Foilbug. All right, so Pyroblast and Brainstorm are exiled with the Hearse. Yeah, take it off if it gets too hot. Yeah. It's hot. All right, passing the turn. 6 power on the board for Mario and in a vehicle that is currently a 2/2. Take it for 6. Yeah, a lot of the blue-black tempo decks, including Shadow, have switched over to the Frog in some number. Frog is making the cut. Shout out to Psychotog. All right, a Bowmaster. A little bit of Bowmaster, your Bowmaster action, maybe. Does Mario have a response to that? We are on the edges of our seats. Floating a blue and Daze. Looks like Roland has a Force of Will. I think I saw one. Okay, firing off a Force of Will on this Daze. Pitching.
Pitching.
Okay, Force pitching Brainstorm on the Daze. Daze is countered, it looks like. Bowmaster is in. It's going to shoot the Bowmaster. It's going to make an Orc Army. Okay, the Orc Army will die to the other Orc Army.
The mana floating I brought up. I already said the black.
I guess it's still combat, so you still have mana?
No, like once I let the dance block out, second main phase, I was
Okay, I'm not sure if that was done correctly. There was a mana floating, and there is a step after combat damage. The untap my attacker with Mazavith phase. But we have Flash and a Bowmaster. We have cast a Bowmaster, and it's getting dazed, unfortunately. Maybe a little bit of a logistical error there by Mario, but Bowmaster dazed. That could be huge for Roland. All right, Roland just needs to get this 5/5 Orc Army off the board, and they're in decent shape. Unlicensed Hearse continues to grow, though, which is scary. Sometimes the Hearse just gets crewed and smacks you and the game ends. Okay, Ponder for Roland. Needs a way to beat this 5/5 Orc Army. That's first order of business. Has a chump blocker for now. Roland seems to have caught a break being able to daze that Bowmaster. Proven T claiming they saw a petty theft in Roland's top 3. I did not see that. So as of right now, it's just a rumor. People are spreading rumors in the chat. Not confirmed. Okay, Delver is another chump blocker. One appears to be safe for now. 5/5 Orc Army and a 4/4 unlicensed Hearse vehicle. Okay, it seems that I missed the audio of it, but time has been called. This appears to be turn 2 of extra turns, actually. So Delver will chump block. There's a die with the number 2 in the center of the table. It is turn 2 of extra turns. Unlicensed Hearse getting activated. Hitting Ponder and... Delver. Pass the turn. Turn 3. There was a Brazen Borrower on top. Grafdigger's Cage. Okay. End step Petty Theft. Ooh, is that game winning? Crew the Hearse. Attack for lethal. That is the match. Mario gets it. Can't ask for a better debut match on 90s MTG for a player. A great match. Mario gets it. GG's. GG's. Yeah, the Wasteland was brutal. Don't go anywhere, folks. Quick break. All right, everybody, I am back. Thanks for waiting up for me. Got a full glass of water, and we are going to set up a poll momentarily for Twitch chat to decide which match we watch next. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join our Discord if you're not in there yet. That's where we all hang out. A lot of the players you see play on the channel are in there. Decklist swaps, all that fun stuff. We do also have a Patreon. If you've been enjoying 90s MTG for a while, want to join the family, we have a Patreon. Let's set up another poll for the chat. Which match next? Your options will be Esper Control versus Breakfast, or Cloudpost versus Mono Black Control, or Blue Black Tempo versus Bant Control, or Esper Control versus Maverick, or Black-White Tainted Pact versus Esper Control. 2 minutes to vote. Get your votes in. Magic Ads is here. Says, what's up, everyone? Sorry I'm late. Welcome, Magic Ads, one of our best people. As you can tell, they have a 50 gift sub badge in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the Discord. Okay, people are joining the Discord. What are we doing right now? We are waiting for Twitch chat to vote for which match we will watch next. The poll is happening in the chat. And in the meantime, I'm snooping around our Discord to see what's going on. How's everybody feeling about Bloomborough? Are people excited about Bloomborough? Does anyone care? I'm excited. Set looks really cool. Roland's excited. All right, people are trying to rig this poll using their channel points. Less than a minute to vote. Yeah, every single Legacy game is going to be who has more otters. Magic Ads giving us a preview of that. Harry Houdini calling the poll rigged. Tyler Goblin Grandee says, set I have been most looking forward to for 2024. Okay. Okay. People are excited. Almost out of time on this poll. People trying to rig it. It ends in a tie. Harry Houdini contributed 3,400 channel points. Esper versus Breakfast or Esper versus Maverick. And Harry says Breakfast, so we're doing that. We're doing that. Rigged. All right, diving in. On the left side of your screen, we have Esper Control. That would be Audrey. And on the right, we have Cephalid Breakfast. That would be Yasu. Two 90s MTG regulars battling it out. Yasu's been playing the Breakfast deck recently. It does have Nadu, Winged Wisdom. Audrey has taken a mulligan.
Good luck.
I got a friend. Oh no, I dropped
All right, waiting for this mulligan to resolve. Okay, one card on the bottom for Audrey. We are underway. Wasting no time. Misty Rainforest, Flooded Strand. Magic Ads has gifted a sub 60 now on the channel for Magic Ads. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Climbing the leaderboard. Tamio, Inquisitive Scholar.
I'll pass.
New card from MH3, seeing a lot of legacy play.
I gotta look through the deck for a while.
Okay, Swords takes out Tamio immediately. Resolving a Ponder now. So you've been watching the Modern and Legacy formats recently. You're aware of Nadu, and it's been a little bit of a menace in Modern. But Nadu Winged Wisdom has fit into Legacy quite nicely, I would say. It's my opinion. I mean, maybe somebody has a spreadsheet somewhere, right, that can, like, you know, really give us a good feel for the whole thing. But Nadu is in the Cephalid Breakfast decks, an existing archetype in the format, Cephalid Breakfast. Cephalid Illusionist is a key card in this deck. I'll get the text for that up on the screen. Shuko is in this deck. Nomads and Core, which was just surveilled into the graveyard by Hedge Maze, is in this deck. Magic Ads just gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Magic Ads. Number 10 now on our all-time leaderboard. Appreciate that. Thank you, Magic Ads, one of our best people. Brainstorm.
Drop.
Thank you, Magic Ads. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's now Octopus Breakfast. That's true. So there was a Wasteland fired off. Rebuilding the lands in play, I guess, here. Now is Yasu finding a basic island.
Got it. Sure.
Looks like there was a Cephalid Illusionist in the mix.
Go. Yep.
Okay, and set Brainstorm for Audrey. Another Wasteland. This one hits Hedge Maze, so attacking the mana. Looks like Yasuo has another land drop. Flooded Strand. Looks like Yasuo is also holding both Cephalid Illusionist and Shuko in hand. And No Man's in Core. So combo stuff could be happening in this game at some point. Okay, finds a basic planes. That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, there is No Man's in Core. There is Shuko. Swords on the in core.
Sure.
Yep.
I think I see Cephalid Illusionist and a Cavern of Souls in Yasuo's hand, so this Shuko is dangerous. Shuko is sorcery speed, though. The equip is sorcery speed, so a responsive removal spell on Illusionist could stop the combo. But we'll have to see. I mean, if Audrey taps out, it could be a bad situation. Prismatic ending on Shuko. Okay, so got rid of Shuko and tapped out, but avoiding disaster for now. Misty Rainforest pass. Looks like Yasuo's hand is Illusionist, Cavern, Swords. Undercity Sewer puts a Wasteland into the yard. Fetching.
And 3 for Jar.
And Meticulous Archive. Surveil.
Yeah, I just hit it. So.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Surveil is good.
3.
Okay, a Tundra into the graveyard.
5 points? Wait, how many points? Wait, 5 points. No, I was like, wait, because that's what I counted last time.
Sure.
Okay, Stoneforge will resolve. Most likely going to look for Shuko here, is my guess. Pre-war formalware. Okay. Let's get the text for that up on the screen. Maybe there isn't a second copy of Shuko. It's possible there's not. Pre-war formalware from the Fallout set. Some of our people of the chat, people of the YouTube comments are not familiar yet and don't have memorized all of the cards of Fallout. You need to work harder. Another Wasteland. Psychic Frog.
Okay. Oh.
Meticulous Archive gets hit by a Wasteland. I think that's all 4 Wastelands now for Audrey, I think. Swords on the Frog. Okay. So managed to get the frog out of here. Stoneforge Mystic is now no longer summoning sick. Pre-war formalware is in hand.
How many Wastelands you went through? 3? 4? Oh, 4.
All
Oh
4.
my god.
There's no more.
17.
No response.
Thinking about activating Stoneforge, but unsure.
I get 2 cards in hand. Pass the turn.
That's a turn success.
Yep.
I'm actually not sure what creatures are in Yasuo's yard right now. I don't even see any. Are there creatures in Yasuo's yard? All right, activating Stoneforge, pre-roll formalware. Let's see what. Ah, there's a No Man's in Core in there. Okay. Okay, that's pretty damn good. I missed that. Yeah, it was surveilled earlier in the game. I remember now. All right, so there's a Nomads and Core on the board, Illusionist and a Cavern in hand, attacking with both.
4 cards of your library and separate them into 2 face down.
The 3 figures lands. Okay, yeah.
Face down pile, face up pile. Okay, so got it. So I take the top 4.
That's cool. Wizards.
Sure.
Wizard and Illusionist swords your Nomads in response. All right, so Nomads and Core will be swordsed, and Yasu will gain 3 life. It was equipped with pre-war firmware.
Go. Huh? Like,
So Audrey needed that swords that this game was going to likely come to a close, maybe. Once the Cephalid Illusionist and Nomads on Gore are on the table next to each other, the combo can go off.
Tomb done 15. Nope. At the end of your turn, I'm going to crack the ball.
That's a good one. Waste one.
So draw a card, you ping me. Yes. Okay. My turn? Sure.
Yeah, 1 card in hand.
Untap.
1 card in hand for Audrey. Yasu resolving a brainstorm now. Cavern was on Wizard. Another Nomads and Core. Fetch and response. Hard casting Force. Okay. Not too bad.
2.
nothing.
Pass.
Equip cost is 3 for pre-war firmware. Gives +2/+2 in Vigilance.
The best ones, like Narcomiva aggro.
Yeah, that's why I love this deck.
Upkeep.
Draw a card.
Bowlmaster. Okay, that could kill the Illusionist. Illusionist triggers, puts a swords, an Illusionist, and a Ponder into the yard.
I'll pass.
Could see an equip of Stoneforge here and still swing. Yep. Swing for 3. Chump.
Not hit through protection, right? By protection, you can't.
It's a 3/4 Stoneforge now, equipped with pre-war formalware.
Go.
What happens is this sees it as Urza and power plant, so this taps.
The other one's that's the one.
Yes, this one still just taps for 1.
That copy of the ring.
Looks like Yasu also has Thassa's Oracle in hand now. Bowlmaster on defense. Stoneforge swinging away. Here's Tamio. Okay.
This is up to 7.
Bowmaster will chump block this time.
This has 1 damage on it, right?
Ah, yes. Sure. I don't think I can take not many.
4. 5.
Upkeep. 1.
Draw a card. So I create 8. Draw 4.
I wasn't really watching the live tracker carefully. It's possible there was an error. It's a very time raveler. Getting hardcast Force.
The ring.
Forcing back to protect Teferi. And most likely we're going to see Tamio get bounced. It is bounced.
Go.
8. I'm going to need to discard.
This game has been so close. There's Tamio back again. Stoneforge will continue to swing away.
Oh, Stifle. Sorry. Yeah. It's crazy. I've seen Stifle twice today.
Nadu Winged Wisdom. Attack for 3.
Oh, chump. Second main. You have the protection, and then you and all your permanents. Alright, so just you and fetch again.
So blow.
Yeah, hardcast Force, just how it was designed. I mean, who designed Force of Will? What were they thinking?
Go.
Alliance's set just had so many mistakes. All right, Cabal Therapy. And that is a scoop. Yasu will get game 1. Breakfast takes game 1. Didn't even need Nadu or the combo to do it. Just pre-war formal wear, just equipped to a creature and swinging away. I like it. I dig it. Well, I guess technically Nadu was in the mix, but didn't need the combo-y stuff is what I meant.
And you're making 4.
This is a cloud. This is copy of the cloud.
So now Audrey's on the play here for game 2. Gonna fetch a Flooded Strand. Looking for an Underground Sea. Looking for meaning in life. Looking for happiness. Looking for it all.
With like just keeping up.
The problem it has is that it can be very anemic if you don't draw the cards in the right way. Because like you saw me like top decking Tamiya.
Yeah.
So Audrey is just shut the AC off. The okay, turn 1 Ponder. Audrey is on the play and is aware that these breakfast decks can deliver a quick combo kill with Cephalid Illusionist, Nomads and Core, and or Shuko. And game 1, we saw so much removal to disrupt that combo. And still Yasu managed to get it, attacking with creatures equipped with pre-war formal wear. So the breakfast deck able to fight through quite a bit of disruption in game 1 and still get there. All right, here's Grafdigger's Cage. That'll make the flashbacks of Dread Return and Cabal Therapy a lot more difficult. Pretty good disruption.
Sorry, I thought it was resolving the circle.
Yeah, I
Drop.
I am going to
Also pre-war formal wear, I guess.
practice. I was one step ahead of myself in terms of getting the song.
Audrey also fired off 4 Wastelands in that game, don't forget. So Audrey just presented like all kinds of disruption in game 1. But it wasn't too much for Yasu to handle. All right, Prismatic Ending on Grafdigger's Cage. That resolves. Pass the turn.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, and it happens on your upkeep.
Okay, survived the Wasteland Meticulous Archive for now. Brainstorm. Bowmaster. We've seen some early brainstorms right into Bowmasters on today's stream. People are maybe respecting the Bowmaster a little bit less here, summer 2024. Post MH3, the metagame has shifted quite a bit. Bowmaster not as prevalent as it was a couple of months ago. Still there. Still have to watch out. People are trying to slip these brainstorms in and maybe getting rocked. Stifle on the Misty Rainforest. Brainstorm's going to resolve here. A whole bunch of damage from Bowmaster's going to come through, and Audrey's going to end up with a 4/4 Orc army in the end. Everything done a little bit of out of order here, but some shortcutting happening. It's all good.
Still in your draw step.
It'll go back up again. Cast. Right already. Wow. This got 2 more, so 4.
I'm gonna cast a card rotation on this.
A Wasteland from Audrey here on this Meticulous Archive, and start swinging for 5. This game could be over quick.
So this will have 1 because I cast it.
Yeah, it's pretty lucky to chain rings together.
Yeah, draw fails pretty much. Both of them just get damage.
Yeah, because I mean, usually.
RC has joined us in the chat, says, hey, first stream caught. Love watching the YouTube videos on my lunch. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you for being here. This is The Real Show. Welcome.
Ring protection, like
Not really. I can do some stuff, but
Cast
nothing
another
very
Rite of Flame. It'll add another one for.
If you can believe it, some people watch this later on YouTube. Like there's a live stream happening, but they watch it not live on YouTube. It's crazy what goes on. All right, a hedge maze, surveil, nomads, and core into the yard.
To the white 5.
Wasting the Meticulous Archive, swinging for 5. Yasu still has a land.
Stone cold, I like stone.
Harry asking why. Yeah, I don't know. Magic Ad says watch almost every night with the kids. Helps them sleep. Wow. Got some legacy viewer kids. That's amazing. Psychic Frog. Okay. Maybe they fall asleep of boredom, though. Like, is this boring? Is that why?
Yeah, I'm gonna ultimately actually first pay 5 and sacrifice the hobble. Draw a card, otherwise I can cast those.
Yeah, do the kids have favorite players, favorite decks? Now I'm so curious. There's so many questions now about the kids watching this channel. What do the kids like about this channel, if anything? We need to know. Magic Ads, you need to fill us in. This is really critical information. Schmidt, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate that. Okay, so Audrey, Roland. And Chris for my youngest because he has a beard. Oh, man, that's so funny. I better make the frickin' list. All right, swinging for 5. Psychic Frog triggers a card draw. Stoneforge is on defense. And Yasu's life total getting low. Scooping it up, we're going to game 3.
The storm count is still at. Yeah, so I'll cast this.
I'll take a bite.
So resolve suck.
Goblin came out because it was late. I get.
Schmidt is in the chat. Says, "Yo, I don't know if you remember me. I was the guy that asked you to sign that Totally Lost." Oh yeah, where was that? Was that in New Jersey? At the shop in New Jersey, or was that at an SCG con? That was. I do remember signing a Totally Lost. That was in Philly. Okay, I remember.
I did as much as my deck could do on.
I've been asked to sign some strange cards. Totally Lost is up there.
That's actually what do you call it?
I'll get Shuko pass.
Okay, finding Shuko with Stoneforge Mystic and passing the turn. Bowmaster took that game. Yeah, Orcish Bowmaster is back, folks.
Then I go pass it.
Yeah. Even if I had.
The card that I've been most asked to sign still is Comet Stellar Pup. That's the one. That's the winner. I mean, I haven't signed that many cards. It's been like 8. I'm not that popular, folks.
Even Glacial Chasm wouldn't it?
All right, Swords on Stoneforge. It's gone.
Glacial Chasms just can't attack unless I take 2.
Can't deal damage.
I'm not like walking down the street and people are like, "Chris, hold on, can you sign my..." That doesn't happen.
I could have played it turn 2.
All right, a Tropical Island for Yasu.
It wouldn't have mattered.
It's all coming together.
I'll add 2
Nadu.
Yeah, I just needed to be on the plane.
Just raw dog bird.
Out the hand.
What I really needed was.
Wow. Nadu Winged Wisdom has hit the board. RC with a question. Out of all the spoilers in Bloomborough, is there any that you think will make an impact on Legacy? Nothing like super jumped out at me, but there were a few, and the names are not coming to me right now, that were posted in our Discord that seemed pretty good. Go check our Discord spoilers channel if you're curious about that discussion. There's been some interesting cards.
Fruit Loops. Can we change?
I will still sign any and all sticker goblins. I don't give a damn.
Me? The sideboard, the secret sideboard tech.
All right, Swords on Nadu Winged Wisdom. A Brainstorm is drawn, or put into hand, I should say. Brainstorm now for Audrey. Yeah, there's a new version of Swords to Plowshares coming out that you all need to have memorized. And it will likely, let's be honest, it will likely be in some 90s MTG official YouTube thumbnails, which we all loved. All right, here's another Nadu.
No, I had the causes
Force pitching Murktide.
reaction spells, so I could have one. The deck is obviously very good, but like,
Goblins is legit as a finisher.
what?
Goblins is legit as a finisher.
No, I mean, like, yeah, I would. It's not stock though, right? Like people in general, it's been phased out, right? I feel like
All right, passing the turn. And Psychic Frog. We are aware of the 1-2 combos of Yasu's deck at this point, and there's still a threat. Often these breakfast decks will hold the combo in hand until the coast is clear. Yeah, Psychic Frog is so good in Legacy. So good.
Yeah, I think the more popular Saga version, Saga Stormfire, Bowmaster, like Bowmaster 2.
All right, swords on the frog. Frog down.
Still, but it honestly just number 3 to play.
And another Nadu Winged Wisdom will hit. It will resolve and get immediately swordsed. That's his Oracle to hand. So 3 Nadus down.
so just making your
3
deck
plus for 3 birds.
it's like a perennial strength like storm.
Down
Like,
3 cards.
Undercity Sewers, Surveil.
Shuffle your deck, shuffle your graveyard and library into your deck, right?
Yeah.
And draw X amount of cards is like your most like.
Yeah, even a
taking
Stoneforge
game.
is giving me a card.
yeah.
That's like very tedious.
Shuko Brainstorm, fucking Thoracle.
Brand new set.
Oh, thank you.
It's probably better with Frog though, just because the second, like, you know, hitting those 6 cards,
I like
including
this
the
card.
Echo to Frog, spin it, you know, all of a sudden.
Okay, Psychic Frog.
Oh, it's definitely better, but like, I don't know how consistent the deck was or wasn't, but like, you know, you need like Bowmasters, you know, 5 and 6.
Oh, nice.
They Frog. And also just need a mid-range, you know, back up to that.
Okay, Brainstorm for Yasu.
Something you can do.
Please don't draw any removal, please.
Yeah, that was like, I think the...
Looks like Shuko is in hand. No sign that I can see. Excuse me, of Cephalid Illusionist. Thassa's Oracle also in hand, or at least it was. All right, here's Shuko. And here's an Illusionist. Okay. Equip.
On goodbye.
Long Goodbye. All right, so trigger on Illusionist from Long Goodbye. 2 Narcomoebas. Trigger from the Shuko. And pre-war Formalware, unfortunately, thrown into the trash. Along with 2 cantrips. So 2 Narcomoebas made it to the board. One of them will get equipped. Audrey Hellbent, it looks like, but saved himself from combo kill there.
Which, yeah, I don't know. I looked at the hand and it was a really good Cloudpost hand. It made a ton of mana, did some stuff. Like, I knew you were on Storm. I should have mulled for a Bobble way more aggressively than I did.
That's why I was so slow. Apparently, I had a bottle of hand and I gotta do this kind of slow.
I was really hoping that you would, like, forget you had your own Bobble and try and cast Guy as well into it.
Play the LED first.
I don't know.
Prismatic ending on Shuko. Okay, got a Shuko out of the way. So 2 Narcomoebas left. Yasu can still potentially combo with the Coast Clear. Just a Psychic Frog on the table, no cards in hand for Audrey. Looks like Audrey's hellbent.
Dude, the eye is so scary.
It is, but I'm like, first, like, Jesus. What?
Yeah, and each one of the Nadus, when they died, got Yasu a card. So Audrey is in the chat pointing out I'm down 3 cards here at least. Yeah. All right, Ponder Shuffle.
With the Flesh Raker, all of a sudden, like, all their spells are, you know, cheap and making guys.
Flesh Raker's so good.
Yeah, man. It's like...
Yeah, no, that's the real
Honestly, like, Frank was off his massive Flesh Raker the whole time. The real menace. I want to see how this goes.
All right, Yasu looking for ways to close out this game. Psychic Frog playing a little bit of defense here. Both players' life totals are pretty high.
stuff that's vintage legal, but that has to be. You didn't two green in a 4-5 game.
Thank God. Just getting a.
Yeah, it's possible that Yasu won't even need the graveyard for the combo if Thassa's Oracle is in hand, because you don't need Dread Return. You just cast Thassa's Oracle from hand. That's a good point.
I should have double blocked maybe.
Yeah, double block on the Psychic Frog might have been better. That was maybe a misplay there.
What is it? Psychic?
Yeah.
Shut off like most of my deck.
All right, Yasu's going to fetch. Get a Hedge Maze, Surveil.
Need it.
Well, I mean, you would have given me one extra card next.
Cavern into the yard. Pass the turn.
Sure.
So,
Two cards in hand now for Audrey. Psychic Frog helping out. Swords the Frog. Okay, Frog's days are done. Wow, what's going on in the background? All right, so Fledgestrand cracked here. Lorien revealed. Flusterstorm. Okay.
Down and dirty.
Down and dirty, okay. Trigger's good.
Okay, Thassa's Oracle, Trigger, Surveil, or Scry, I should say. One top, one bottom. Brainstorm for Audrey.
Nexus.
So everything happens. So except for 3.
Yeah.
Nile Spellbomb pass a turn. So Nile Spellbomb potential disruption. Attack with Thassa's Oracle.
I have 6. Oh, so I'm gonna have 5. So I have 1 Wait, did I 6? Yeah, because I 1 green and 5, and I need 1.
Brainstorm resolving now for Yasu. 2 cards going back on top.
Can. Nope. Okay. So I activate ability.
Go.
I'll have 1 floating.
Crack you. And draw.
Okay, so cracking the Spellbomb now. And the entire graveyard is exiled. Draw a card.
2 cards in hand?
2 cards.
Yeah, so I'll have.
Yeah, Audrey in the chat pointing out Spellbomb not needed anymore because we've seen 2 Spellbombs. It's 2 Narcomoebas, so maybe unable to even flashback Dread Return if it comes to that. All right, Brainstorm.
Sure. There you go.
Animate your micro.
Some tight plays in this match. This has been a good match. Really close. Thassa's Oracle only attacks for 1, so this is going to take a while. If Thassa's Oracle ends up swinging for lethal, it's going to take 14 turns. All right, here's Stoneforge. That might speed things up. Pre-War Formalware is in exile right now. All right, hard casting Force.
Yeah, and this is why I need the concession.
Stoneforge is in there. What are we looking for? Shuko.
Cantrips are there, but the cantrips were ass. There's always animation spells. I might just cheat out of the boss really fast so I can force it.
Just play Ulamog. I'll force it.
Yeah, I'll get to keep 1 land and then I can win.
1 card in hand?
And then
1 card left in hand for Audrey.
Nadu?
Okay, there's the 4th, I believe the 4th. Nadu, Shuko, Equip Stoneforge, Equip Stoneforge, Equip Thassa's Oracle, Equip Thassa's Oracle. Nadu. Found some key cards here. Cavern, Cephalid Illusionist, Nomads and Core, Cabal Therapy. Have enough to sacrifice now to Dread Return, potentially. Can sack Thassa's Oracle to Cabal Therapy. Yeah, there's very few cards left in Yasu's library. Trying to figure out if this Misty Rainforest is live. 8 minutes left in the round is announced. Scrubland and Underground Sea found. Audrey aware of some danger here. 12 life. Nadu is on the board, which will make some triggers happen, but it is getting low, Yasu's library. Here's Murktide Regent.
It's one of the best Ks in the game. He's one of the top 10. Yeah, it's one of the top 10 Ks. My job? It's one of the top 10 Ks in stat.
Yep, it's my favorite kid.
End step fetching with Misty Rainforest, finding a meticulous archive. Cervelle, leave it on top.
I'll attempt to.
What is the plan for Yasu? Starting off the turn with a Veil of Summer. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was a Pick Your Poison. That was Pick Your Poison. Kills the Murktide.
And I don't have any outs left. I have an out in my hand actually, but it's not really an out.
Combat.
Say go.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yep.
Okay, an attack for 6 puts Audrey down to 6. So 1 turn left on the clock as far as that.
I'll draw, I take 2. It works.
1 kill counter on it.
For me, it doesn't matter. I can't get out of it.
Found a Prismatic Ending in a Nomads and Core, equipping Shuko to Nomads and Core. Looks like maybe 10 cards left in the library, approximately.
Yeah, Mercedes would have done it. I was drawing like
That Pick Your Poison was pretty good.
I know, Cloudpost are coming to play tap.
They all come to play. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, when I get.
I mean, I literally just won next turn.
Deck's gonna fold a lot of times. Double waste
Yeah, so considering the options, could just attack next turn for the kill. Looking to equip Shuko to Stoneforge. Drew a Swords.
Trigger.
Yep. Or a Swords put into hand. It's not technically not a drawn card. All right, Nomads and Core. Discarded to hand size. That Shuko has moved around, but it like physically stayed in the same spot.
I'm not a one deck guy like you.
It's currently equipped to Thassa's Oracle, I believe.
That's true. I'm capable of playing more than one deck.
I play Zoom also.
Yeah, that's what also.
Oh, you also play Pauper.
You like to say you play.
Yeah, I like Pauper.
You like
But
to say
I'm only a one deck guy.
Sure. When you have no idea what any of the other decks are.
Yeah, what did Michael ask? He's like, alright, he's like, how does Golgari card? I'm like, have fun. You're a Mag Angler.
I'm keeping.
Audrey cantripping, trying to figure this out. Needs Damnation.
Yeah.
6 stars.
Crop Rockles. Grab that.
2 cards back on top. Pass the turn.
This is like, of all the upgrades this deck got, this one has the best part.
Yeah, Wrath of the Skies would not have been too bad. Seems like Audrey did not find it.
Draw. Sure.
Combat.
Swinging for lethal. Audrey has flashed in a Bowmaster.
Target me.
Does this work like challenge then, where you can like cast a 0
Into it, yeah.
Bowmaster
Resolve.
It also works like
Bowmaster will target Nomads and Core.
Veil of Summer. They can now resolve all the stuff.
Yeah.
Still on the stack.
Bowmaster still on the stack.
Like a challenge.
Yeah. So like,
Oh, I can challenge it. But you can't challenge it yourself.
No. But you just allow. I mean, if you get like paired against a kid at FNM, you can.
that's so cool. The kid won't even know to call him. The kid won't be like, Judge, that's the way
You just tell them, oh no, you missed it. It's a very commonplace scenario where you're playing FNM like.
Looks like 5 cards left in the library now. I think so. Okay, a trigger, prismatic ending. Orc army gets created because it did fire off a ping and a mass. Swords go up to 8. I believe that's 7 damage coming in now.
Brazen Borrower.
Petty theft. Nadu. Yasu running really low on library. Flooded Strand comes into play. Nomads and Core is bounced. Goes on an adventure. Audrey down to 3.
Draw 2. That's fun, right? No, not quite.
Missed the trick.
You can make 6. I don't think mana is yours.
Cast.
Play this.
Okay, some amount of mana was created with Carpet, but we're, I think, agreeing that it was missed. But, not sure. Alright, so Illusionist comes in. Shuko equips to Illusionist. Some triggers are happening. Mill the rest of the deck. Dread Return goes into the graveyard.
Or this deck would be broken.
Cabal Therapy. I'll name Abandon No Hope.
Wait, isn't this?
I'm gonna sacrifice
This is one.
Cabal
This
Therapy
always taps for
to
one.
say you're already
Oh, it
dead.
has no ability.
But you had the Teferi.
I put it out.
All right, Thassa's Oracle gets Dread Return back to play, and Yasu will win the match off the Thassa's Oracle trigger. GG's. What a match. What a match. Wow. That was a good one. Okay. Stick around for a raid, everybody. Stick around for a raid. You'll get some channel points that you could use on our next stream to rig some polls. So stick around. I'll see everybody soon. Join our Discord if you're not in there. Peace out.